It's Mike Missanelli's show. What a game last night, huh? The unlikely heroes last night. Let's start with Taijuan Walker. What? 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 walks, and he struck out 4. Got him through 6 innings last night and looked pretty damn good doing it. I don't know what that portends to the future. Probably nothing. He'll probably be a bullpen guy who pitches maybe in the 5th inning in the playoffs. Let's go to Max Kepler. He's a gangster, Ray. Max Kepler, 2 for 4 with a home run, a double, and he did slash the ball hard his second at-bat to left center field. Brandon Marsh, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, a home run, and a double. He's now hitting 267, and the camera actually showed the way he wets his hair with a water bottle in between innings. He stretches it out real nice, gets that hair nice and wet. And Bryson Stott, 2 for 3 with a triple and a couple of great plays in the field. This is why I keep telling you, you sure change Bryson Stott. You hate Bryson Stott, but he saves a lot of runs with his glove. And last night he throws in a couple of hits. Phillies with a big win last night. I will say the Baltimore Orioles, I feel sorry for them. They look like a dead ball club. It's a shame when a team comes into a season with some promise after what they did last year. They realize that the whole season is a wash. And they look pathetic. Their at-bats are pathetic. They strike out. They take strikes. Really bad. But, listen, I'm not going to complain because last night the Phils with another solid win. That's 2 in a row over the Orioles. A shutout win, 5-0, and everything is good with the world right now, right? We got some issues to talk about. So let's first of all talk about Max Kepler. And afterwards, he said a few things, and he kind of got the fan base on his side. Did he get me on his side? No. Not get me on his side, but can we hear from Max Kepler? Here was his post-game comments that a lot of people said, oh, I feel sorry for the guy.
To be honest, it does get to me. I'm an overthinker, even before I started playing this game, so I try and analyze, what I did right or wrong in the past and, what's to come in the future, and takes away from the present, and I have to remind myself or have the people that my support team remind me that I'm in a beautiful place and a beautiful opportunity, and to just enjoy the moment regardless of rough patches or not.
Well, does that get people on his side, Ray? I'm trying to figure out how we're supposed to react to that. He kind of had a woe is me type of thing. Yeah, it does get to me, and I'm trying, and I'm doing all this. And, in Major League Baseball, that doesn't matter. Whether you try or, whether it gets to you, it's all about performance. And when you don't perform, you're going to get the ziggy from the people. And so, listen, dude, I don't know what to tell you. When you hit 200 and you're acquired for $10 million in the offseason and you're supposed to produce and you don't produce, I don't know what we're supposed to do about it. Right? Your thoughts?
It's apt that he says he's an overthinker on General Knowledge Wednesday, or at least leading into a General Knowledge Wednesday, because I think anyone that's ever listened to me try to answer a question on General Knowledge Wednesday would know I, too, am an overthinker. So I could empathize with him and what he's going through, and I think I've said it a number of times that it's nothing personal to Max Kepler. I hate what Max Kepler represents, and that's them not solving their outfield problem when you knew they had an outfield problem coming into the season. With that said, I will continue to criticize the guy. You're not going to stop criticizing a guy because, he says something thoughtful and endearing and very nice there in a night where he has a 2-run homer and he's kind of the star of the show. That's very good. You were paid to come here and do that multiple times this season. The fact that this is the first time we've seen him have 2 extra base hits since March 31st shows you that he has not lived up to what he was supposed to be here. I can empathize with a guy that's struggling in his profession and can't quite get out of it, can't quite find it, and he doesn't really have another option than just trying to battle every day to get out of it. But tough, kind of. Yeah, that's what you were brought here to do. You were brought here to perform a job. You were brought here to play up to the contract that you got and to help this baseball team win. So, yeah, for a minute there, I'm like, yeah, this must be really tough for him. But you know what's also tough? An outfield that doesn't give you what you need to win a World Series. So, yeah, Max, I feel for you, but I also feel for this baseball team because we haven't gotten enough out of the outfield.
Yeah, I don't feel for really anybody who plays the sport. The sport is hard. Baseball is hard. I get it. Everybody in baseball is an overthinker. Everybody who comes to the plate's an overthinker. And there's only been one non-overthinker in the history of baseball. It's been Manny Ramirez because he didn't think at all. But most guys come in and you're thinking, what's he going to throw me? Last time he faced me, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to count as he throws a slider. Everything about baseball is overthinking. So it's not an excuse. A lot of overthinkers produce. Like right now, you know who's overthinking? Trey Turner. Trey Turner's a classic overthinker right now. He doesn't know which end is up right now. And that's overthinking. And you can't help but overthink. It's the nature of being a hitter in baseball. So, but I'm curious to know whether we're supposed to feel bad here. You know what? And apparently, a lot of people on social media do feel the bad that we've been on Max Kepler, and I don't understand that. This is a performance business, man. And if you're hitting 200 and you're supposed to be a guy who's got some thud, you're useless to the fan base. So I don't know. Am I supposed to feel guilty?
I don't think you're supposed to feel guilty.
What am I supposed to feel?
I'm not sure what people are trying to feel. Like, I don't know if last night a lot of people who have spent the last few months bashing Max Kepler, like, were reminded that he's also a human. I don't know if that's like some people were like, wow, my conscience feels kind of guilty here. Like, I feel like we are reacting in real time to baseball being played in front of us. And the baseball being played in front of us from him has not been good enough this season. It's not been enough to help this team. It's the reason why they had to go out and address their outfield. It's the reason why we've spent the last 2 weeks trying to figure out how they're going to configure their outfield for a stretch run. I think last night, these comments, comments about staying present and just listening to him talk, his overall demeanor, he sounds like a guy who realizes he might get the tap on the back at any time right now. Hey, step on into the manager's office here. We got to talk to you. Like, I think that he realizes the pink slip could be coming, and I think that's a reality of this game. He also might be realizing the runway for his career might not be there. This was a prove-it deal, and he didn't prove it.
He's also going to get paid. Listen, we don't think of players as human. Now, does that make us bad people? No. We look at players as players. We don't look at them as human like we would look at our neighbor who just had a tree fall in their house. It's not the same thing. It's not the same dynamic. Is it our fault that we don't look at them as human? Well, they don't want to be really looked at as human. They're players, and they're at the top of the heap, and we're just the lowly fan or the analyst who looks at them, and that's the way it works. They're the roles that people play.
I would disagree with that. I think I look at them as a human.
I don't look at them as human. I really don't. I don't get the same human feel. Like, I don't know them personally, so I can't look at them as human.
But I could look at them as humans and just what they're going through. It's an extreme example of what they're going through, but I can absolutely look at the human element of this thing. This has definitely been a trying time for him in his career. Like, I do feel for that regard, but I don't feel to the extent of, like, I'm going to say I can't criticize you now, because part of what we are talking about with this team is winning a World Series. If what stands in their way is outfield production, he's part of what stands in the way. I can understand and empathize with a guy that's struggling, but ultimately, your struggles are leading to the problems that this team has. So while I feel for you, I don't feel for you in the sense that I'm going to be like, you know what? Rob Thompson was right to promise him playing time. He should get out there on the field. I'm not going to say, hey, here's a pat on the back, go out there and play left field. I'm going to say, yeah, that's a very difficult situation. Sorry you're going through that one. But right now, the goals are a little bit bigger than making sure that Max Kepler's career continues. I see the human side of it.
Yeah, I know. I just, does that make me a cretin? I don't see the human side of it at all. These guys are performers, and if you don't perform, you take the heat. It's the profession that you've chosen. This is the business that we've chosen, and sometimes you give up your humanhood as far as the fan base's perception of you. So,
I guess. I mean, I would say there are and not that we are to that level, but there are people that look at us who don't know us but hear us talk every day and have opinions on us. Would you say that we've lost our human element to those people?
Pretty much. We've lost our human element. People a lot of time when they're criticizing us, they're not thinking of, well, at least me. The heat I get on social media is like, okay, they're not really taking into consideration my human feelings, but I accept that. I know that I put myself on the line every day, so I can't expect the same feelings from people, just like a baseball player or any professional athlete can. You've chosen this profession. It's a lofty profession. You get compensated handsomely. There are some drawbacks to it, and one of them is you might not be treated as the human being like your neighbor is. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I think that Max Kepler, the left fielder for the Phillies, is going to be treated different than Joe Smith, the accountant at the firm down the street.
Exactly.
because no one's booing him on the walk to work unless he really screwed up your taxes. Like, I understand that element of it. I can just see the human side of him in how difficult this must be for him. But given that I know how difficult it must be for him, is not going to change the way I want them to run this baseball team and the way I feel about his playing time, the way I feel about him as a player. Like, when they end up when we get the press release that he was DFA'd, it's like, all right, that time is over. You know, I hope you go find success. I hope life goes on for you here, but last night didn't move me to you know what? Kepler just needs a chance to play.
Can we hear Brandon Marsh? I want to hear Brandon Marsh. Because he's the guy who originally called him, man, dude, you're a unit. So he changed it up a little bit last night. He called him a gangster. Here's Brandon Marsh.
I don't believe it weighed on him. You know, he's a professional. He knows what comes with the job, and he handled it well. He's handling it well. Like I said, Kep's a gangster. He's a gamer. Anytime he's out there, we know we got a good chance. So, got to keep believing in 1-7. He's a hell of a player.
Yeah, keep believing in 1-7. He's a gangster. Kep's a gangster. Anytime he's out there, we got a good chance of winning. Come on, man.
Hey, right. It's good in the character arc of Brandon Marsh that he's able to talk about someone else's struggle.
Yeah, here's the question now, what they do. They double platoon, triple platoon. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you right now. You know, this notion of platooning Bryson Stott in the playoffs is going to hurt you one day. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Because that guy will save you some runs that Sosa will not. And I hope the guy in the playoffs with this platoon that it doesn't hurt him. I'm going to put the people on notice right now. 610-632-0975. Guess what today is, Ray? General Knowledge Wednesday. And guess what the prize is? Oh, my God. Who? A 4-pack of tickets to see the Who at the Wells Fargo Center or Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. It'll be your choice. We'll tell you more about it. We'll give you the topics after this.
We want to hear from you. So text us at 610-
10:15, Mike Missanelli Show. Okay, General Knowledge Monday. Let me set this up first. Also, we have Jason Starr coming our way. So he's coming tomorrow? Oh, okay. He'll be in tomorrow? Okay. My bad. So it's just General Knowledge today. Jason Starr tomorrow. Today's General Knowledge prize is a 4-pack of tickets to see The Who. Now, this is pretty significant, all right, because the two of them are back. I don't know who's drumming and who's bassing these days, but Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, legendary band. For my money, the fourth most famous rock band in the world. Thursday, August 21st at the Wells Fargo Center, or Saturday, August 23rd at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. If you're down the shore that weekend, this would be a great place to go. Tickets for both shows are on sale right now at Ticketmaster. We're giving you a 4-pack of tickets today. All you got to do is get a correct answer on General Knowledge Wednesday. With the audience always trying to beat Ray in the tally. But if you get a question right, you qualify for the prize at the end, which will be picked at random. And today's topics are General Knowledge, title in the lyrics for Disney movies, and things named for inventors.
All right.
For instance, if I say to you, 3D puzzle popular in the 1980s, you would say what?
Rubik's Cube.
Correct. It was named after Frederick Rubik. Got it? Got what I'm going there?
I'm feeling good this morning.
Yeah, title in the lyrics would be, like Disney movies. For instance, I give you the lyric, blank, 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 it's home from work we go. From Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
The name, so it'd be...
There you go. Hi-ho.
It's off to work.
I was looking for hi-ho. Correct. Right? So this should be easy for everybody today.
Oh, I get to sing for everyone today?
Yeah, you do.
Turn down your radios,
folks. I may hum the songs to give it a better hint. But so, all right, let's get to the situation here with and we talked about this yesterday. If Kepler starts to hit, he hit 3 balls hard yesterday. I mean, let's face it. The platoon of left field would be the same one that they are using right now for the rest of the season, maybe. Kepler with Kemp or Wilson. The center field platoon remains the same with Bader and Marsh. And then they'll platoon at second base. That's 3 platoon positions, the same amount in 1993 that the Phillies had, which got them to the World Series. The other possibility is somehow Crawford comes up, gets into the mix, plays every day. There'll be a platoon either in left field or center field. But yesterday, Bader did not play against the right-hander. So they went, as I predicted, Kepi, Marshy. Ray, you didn't like that lineup.
No, I did not.
You wanted your boy Bader in there, and you wondered what kind of he was going to go with the red batting gloves yesterday.
I thought we were going lime green. I thought we were getting a nice bright change from the dull purple of the other night.
Well, anyway, he looks. A lot of people saying he reminds them of a WWE guy, like Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He's all geared up.
So
that's what he feels comfortable with.
So
keep rolling, my man.
So that's the platoon right now, and that could stay the same. Could stay the same the rest of the year, and they make no changes. Now, there's a situation with Painter, who does not look like he's ready to come up. What would they do? Would they bring him up in September? They probably would, but would he be part of the Phillies playoff roster? Probably not. And then you got the September call-ups, but then you got Taijuan Walker's situation. Nola coming back. Where does Taijuan Walker go? What spot does he go? Does he go back to the bullpen and have 5th or 6th inning duty? Or is he a guy who just mops up if they're ahead or behind? If they're getting buried 7-2, is he the guy that eats up some innings until we get to late in the game? All these questions are out there still, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, this rotation is a very interesting play the rest of the way because you imagine that you're going to get Aaron Nola back within 10 days here. I think it was described as the penultimate start for Taijuan Walker before Nola returns to the rotation. So he returns a little too early for you to just turn Luzardo loose in the pen to get him ready for October, though I think that's coming at some point. But what do you do with Walker in the meantime? He goes into your bullpen. He kind of gets thrown off the schedule of what he'd be as a starter. They talked earlier this season about not wanting to do that to him. Well, Taijuan Walker, the bullpen, didn't give you anything. Taijuan Walker as a starter actually has given you something. Andrew Painter becomes the lingering question just outside of what they have going on right now. They said they want him to earn his promotion. Do you think he's earned that promotion?
No.
No.
I'm going to tell you who else hasn't earned a promotion. Your boy, who they're trying to ramp up.
Who?
He's getting
Robertson?
smashed around.
You have another bad outing? Or just the one?
He did have another bad outing. Let's go to the phones. Matt in Levittown is checking in. Matt, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Oh, hey, Mike, hold on one second.
What's up, Matty?
So, you said Manny Ramirez was a
Non-thinker.
non-thinker
Yeah.
and not an overthinker. I think Nick Castellanos qualifies as that. Is that an accurate depiction?
Yeah, you probably-
he
that's
seems
it.
like that
Yeah.
kind of guy.
That's very similar. Very similar. Yeah,
Right,
he's not a thinker either.
He's a good hitter, sort of, but he doesn't think about hitting, it doesn't feel like.
Yeah.
So, and I have another question for you. So, when does it become that the expectations are more than so Kepler has always been sort of like a 215 hitter, 20 home runs maybe. He had a couple years better than that, but he's hitting 210 with 11 home runs. He's going to get to his numbers. What did we expect from him like that? And how come we can't just put Bryce Harper back in him? Didn't we pay him to be an outfielder that hits home runs?
No, that's not going to go.
So and then we can move everybody back to their right position. We have all these guys that can play first base, but we have our right fielder playing first base.
No, that's
So I
not
don't
going to happen,
understand.
bro. It's not going to happen. They're going to
Yeah, but why?
Well, because they don't want to risk Bryce. They want to keep Bryce Harper's career lengthy, so they feel that he can last longer being a first baseman, and they don't want to tax his arm, which is Tommy John surgery rebuilt. It's probably the right move. You don't want to move him back to the outfield in this position.
Yeah, but Otto Kemp is going to play, and you're going to put Sosa.
Yeah, but again, if you move Harper back there, you got to change 3 different positions, and that's always unsettling for a team.
Everybody in their right position.
Like,
right?
what do you mean? Like, who's in their right position? Who's the right first
baseman?
baseman?
Can play first base if you're not going to have him, and then you can put Sosa at third. You know what I mean? Or whoever you have.
Why would you put?
Eventually,
Bohm's a good third baseman. Why would you want to play him at first? You don't want to mess up third base.
But you can put anybody at first, right? We have 3 first basemen, right? The other guy, too. Schwarber can play first, and they have another guy that can play first. Well, Weston Wilson plays first base, too.
Wait. Who can?
They have a lot of guys that can play first, right?
Time out. Who can play first? Who's the first baseman on this team?
Otto Kemp is a first baseman, right?
No, he's not.
Right? So he's going to be in the lineup.
He's not a first baseman.
Oh, he's not? I thought he was a first baseman.
No, he was a third baseman.
That was his position.
No.
Oh, okay. My fault. I thought they said he came up and they were moving him to third.
He's a utility player. He's not really a first. He doesn't have a position, but he played third base in the minor leagues.
How did the Phillies end up with so many guys that don't have positions? Castellanos don't have a position. Schwarber doesn't have a position. You know what I mean? By the way, Sosa, who can actually play infield, and we can't play him because we got to put a bunch of different guys at third base.
Sosa can play infield to a certain extent. He's not a great
Who?
Sosa. Not a great infielder. By the way, Kepler
he's better than all those other guys.
Kepler is who's he better than as an infielder?
Who, Kepler?
No, Sosa.
Sosa, I think he's a better fielder than Kemp or the other guy, Weston Wilson. They were putting at first base.
You compared him to Kemp and Weston Wilson, but he's not a better fielder than Stott. He's not a better fielder than Bohm.
No, certainly not Stott.
Okay.
Him and Bohm aren't close? I don't know. Everybody was.
Why is everybody shortchanged Bohm? Bohm has turned into a pretty good third baseman. What is this? We move him to first. What's wrong with Bohm at third base? He makes all the plays. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Searching for a sweep, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports update. The Phillies shut out the Orioles and went to a 5-0 win behind homers for Max Kepler and Brandon Marsh. Taijuan Walker tossed 6 scoreless innings, while Orion Kerkering, Matt Strahm, Max Lazar each gave a shutdown inning out of the pen. The fans, however, want to see Johan Duran last night, and Rob Thompson was asked postgame if he considered bringing in Duran into that 5-0 game.
No. With the 4-run lead and the 3-batter rule, I'd probably go right to him, because if you don't use him, somebody gets on, you got to get him up. But with 5-run lead, no. I did. They were booming. That's all right.
Phillies look to sweep the Orioles today, secure their first sweep since the middle of June. Rangers-Warriors gets a start for the Phillies this afternoon. We are 1 day away from the Eagles opening up their preseason slate against the Bengals. Cincinnati is expected to have their starters take the field. Nick Sirianni was non-committal on who will play when he spoke this week. Jalen Hurts said he'd relish a chance to play, but it's up to the coaches, and recent history suggests that the starters will not play. This update is brought to you by local Rheem Pro partners at thereamteam.com. When you want your home to feel like a dream, it has to be Rheem. Stay cool with a high-efficiency AC system from Rheem. RHEEM. Find your Rheem Pro partner at thereamteam.com. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
playing out at Citizens Bank Park that I think we need to address. Because Johan Duran is so impactful, and that entrance is so impactful that people get downright disappointed. And I'm going to tell you when I got disappointed. When the score was 4-0. The score is 4-0. And I'm going, oh, no. I'm hoping that the Orioles score here. Tell me you weren't watching that game. And once they're up 4-0, they're not going to use them. They're not going to use them in a non-safe situation unless he really needs to work. Occasionally, you might see it. But now it gets oh, man, I hope the Orioles score. They don't score. They don't score. It's the 7th inning. It's still 4-0. I got it's over. We're not going to see him tonight. And there are people that go to the ballpark and are watching on TV specifically to hang in there for the 9th inning to see that entrance and to see him pitch. Am I right or am I right?
You are absolutely right. To the point where last night, when Lazar's announced as the pitcher in the 9th inning, the section begins to empty out. People are going to beat the traffic when it's 5-0. It gets to 5-0, there are groans. Marsh hits a home run, and people are sitting in the section like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And I'll be honest with you, I was one of those people. I stood up and clapped for the Marsh homer, but I was so disappointed.
You can't help it. That home run put it totally out of reach. But when it was 4-0, I go, well, it's useless to watch the end of this game. And I'm cursing the Orioles. I'm going, boy, this Orioles team stink. You can't score 2 runs?
Mike, I'm sitting there watching the bullpen. I'm watching the bullpen. I'm like, oh, he's up. He's moving. He's getting loose. Duran's up. He's up. We're going to get
I don't know why he got up.
Well, Topper explained it afterwards, where he says basically with the 3-batter minimum rule in a 4-run game, if someone were to get on base and we fear them making it a safe situation, we might as well just pitch the closer anyway in that situation. I don't know if he was actually going to do it. Yeah. We don't actually know whether or not where they would have went with that. But Marsh hits the home run, and you just go and watch as he sits down. And I was seated, basically up in like left field foul territory where I can't see the board, so I can't see who's up at the pen. And Lazar doesn't really have a unique defining quality of me being able to, like, from where I'm sitting, be like, who is next to? I could see 59, and I could see the way that ball was moving from the bullpen. I knew that Duran was up. I didn't know who was next to him. I was like, are we getting Romano? Are we getting Lazar?
Yeah,
who's coming?
The perfect score for Phillies fans these days. Phil's up 4-1.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the perfect score. 5-2, 3-0. These are the perfect scores. I call it the Elam ending. the Elam ending is 4-1. So you can see this guy. Everything else is a disappointment now. And Max Lazar didn't deserve the booze. He got booed.
That's right. I will not sign off on the booze. I was not booing Lazar as he came into the game. That's a little much for me. All right. I'm not going to sit here. It wasn't
personal to Mac. They were booing the situation, I guess, but
no need to no need to boo the guy on your team just because you didn't get to see Duran. That was a little much for me. I was disappointed, but I'm not going to voice that in a boo. I felt for him. Honestly, he's running out there. It's a 5-run game. All he's got to do is get 3 outs, and people are like, boo. Like, come on, it's not Max Lazar's fault. Brandon Marsh, what is he supposed to do? Not swing, take 3 strikes so people get to see what they want to see?
The dynamic that it's flipped here in the Phillies with this guy. Just one guy that you've added. Now people boo and walk out when he's not going to be able to pitch.
It was insane. So I was up 234, and my section's clearing out. I'm looking down on the 100s, and people are just flooding out. I'm looking out at Ashburn Alley. People are making their way out. And then you start hearing the boos for Lazar. I'm like, what in the world am I witnessing?
You're looking down
here?
At the 100s? Sorry.
I am. I'm always looking down at the 100s, Mike.
You're like the Titanic decks.
234 is right next to the Hall of Fame Club, Mike. This is nice seating for a lot of people.
That's a pretty good seat there. That behind the plate?
No.
You're on second deck?
No. You're up the left field line.
Oh, all right. Can a brother get a 100 level ticket? Like what's
I got hooked up. I'm good.
Oh, you got hooked up.
I'm in a good spot. A lot of people would like the tickets I had last night.
You realize that if I would sit in a seat like that, I would get heckled?
Well,
I've gotten heckled many times sitting in fact, at Beaver Stadium, Penn State, where somebody else got tickets. It wasn't me, so they weren't the greatest. And I'm way up top watching, and people go, Mike, you missed. What the hell? I thought you had some pull. And I hear that whenever I'm like in a higher deck. So I can't do it anymore.
Well, We made it very clear on the show. I have no pull, so
but
no one's going to heckle me for
see,
that.
you're close to getting that kind of thing too.
I don't
You
think
don't
so.
know. You're close to the fame of being heckled for a bad seat.
The one place where I think someone would be surprised to see me sitting all the way up top would be the Liacouras Center.
Yeah, because you're Mr. Temple.
If I was sitting up there, I think someone would be like, I thought you had pull
Okay,
around
well,
here."
that's the same dynamic.
No, it's not.
Same dynamic that I get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I don't think anyone's seeing me in the 200s like, wow, right?
I was in section 114, row 29, and I got heckled.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. I can't help you there on that one.
Let's go to the text board, get a text in here. Again, it is general knowledge. We're playing for the Who. The Who tickets, man. Come on. All right, what's the text board saying?
Josh from Belmar here. Max Kepler gets paid $10 million a year. With that, he needs to take the criticism. How many times have you guys been criticized for your bad takes and you guys don't come on the radio to cry about it?
Oh, I cry about it. I cry about it all the time. When I get heckled on social media, I cry about it. No, actually, I fight back by just, I throw the... Max Kepler can't block you. I can block you.
No,
So
Max
that's how
Kepler
I
definitely
am.
sounds like a guy, though, that's either been on social media or listening to us.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think Max Kepler listens to Sports Talk Radio?
I don't think he listens to Sports Talk Radio, but I would say he's more likely on social media or knows what social media or reads the paper. Like, he doesn't seem like a guy that's just been able to block it all out. It's tough to block it all out, especially today's day and age.
Can we hear... I want to hear Brandon Marsh Peps talk again. Brandon on Max.
I don't believe it weighed on him. He's a professional. He knows what comes with the job, and he handled it well. He's handling it well. Like I said, Kep's a gangster. He's a gamer. Anytime he's out there, we know we got a good chance. So, got to keep believing in 1-7. He's a hell of a player.
Every time he's on the field, we know we have a chance.
Guys played with Bryce Harper for how many years?
Come on, man. 610-632-0975. He's like Brandon Marsh, the ultimate pep rally man. Yeah,
Seems like a great teammate.
yeah. 610-632-0975. We're back after this.
Previously on Unfiltered. When you talk about
1041, Mike Missanelli Show. You know what? With this Duran thing, it's akin to a rock band not playing a hit. It's like you got Billy Joel goes. One time we didn't play Piano Man, and I heard about it. Like you go see Billy Joel, he doesn't play Piano Man. You go, what? You go to a Phillies game, you don't see Duran. You go, what? I came to see you've created another dimension here that you're now depriving the fans of.
I felt deprived. I'll be honest. I've seen the Phillies win a number of times in my life. I wanted to see the entrance. I might have to just buy season tickets at this point.
Well,
I'm surprised
listen, you're not going to get it every night, and it becomes a disappointment because this guy now has said if you didn't have the show, the song, the tarantula video, if you didn't have all that, maybe it would be easier to take. Now they've created a show. So once you create it's got to be part of the whole gig now.
Mike, I've never seen the Splinker live and in person. I want to see a Splinker, man. Give me the show. Give me the Splinker. Give me 103.
Tell me, folks, I want you to admit, were you rooting for the Orioles to score a run or two? When it was 4-0, were you hoping somebody would hit a home run? Because I was. I got to be honest with you. I was rooting for the Orioles to score. Now, they weren't going to win the game because they stink. But I was rooting for them to scratch a run or two across.
So was I. I absolutely
Think about that for a second. Now, that's a violation.
For sure. As it was happening, I was upset. But legitimately, I posted on my Instagram story that I was at the game, and I had run into some friends earlier on in the game. And one of them DMs me, like, from my story, because I put up a Max Lazar appreciation post afterwards, just because, I feel bad for the guy, you know. But she comments, were you just like our group disappointed when Marsh hit the home run and you saw Duran sit down? I'm like, of course. I feel like the entire ballpark had like a,
I don't even think they were going to bring him in with 4-0, though. Like,
he was warming. I at least had the tease happening in front of me. Like, I saw it. I was like, I can hear the song in my head. I'm ready to get going. And then that homer happens. I'm like, Marsh, I'm very happy for you. But why tonight? Like, I had the ultimate save some runs for tomorrow moment. I was like, Marsh, just do it tomorrow. Do it later in the week. Don't do it to me now. I want to see you succeed, but not like this.
Yeah. You know what Marsh calls Duran? Calls him a gangster. All right. 610-632-0975. We got a pro Kepler text, which is interesting. All right. Pro Kepler text. Let's hear that one.
So we got Joe from Boston here. The only time we should get on players is when they don't put in the effort. I called a couple years ago when the station was all over Nick for not performing. I asked, do you think he's not working, not trying? I got called soft. Baseball is the hardest game in all of sports. If a player is working hard to correct what is wrong, you don't have to cheer, but don't boo him.
How do you know he's working hard to correct it? You don't know he's working hard to correct it. He used the same stance. He didn't even change his stance. He didn't change anything. We would have heard something. That he would have changed something, his approach or whatever. We didn't hear anything. How do you know he's working that hard to change it? And that's the maddening thing. If you're not working hard to change something, you're hitting 200. See, 200 is a different level, right? 250, you want to be disappointed. People are disappointed with Stott. He's still at about 240, and he's giving you great defense, which is okay by me. But a guy like Kepler, who is brought in to bring you sock, is not bringing you sock nor a batting average. It's disappointing. Now, it's not disappointing enough to boo. I don't believe you boo anybody. I don't think that helps anything. But to be disappointed with the guy, of course you can be disappointed with the guy. He's been a major disappointment for $10 million. This isn't like child's play here. This is paid professional people.
I'm sure he's a genuine dude. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
He's a gangster.
He's a gangster.
He's a unit. He's all of that.
He makes Brandon Marsh feel good when he's out there. All wonderful things. I've said this a million times, and I'll say it for the 1,000,001st time here again. Max Kepler represents what they didn't address in the offseason, what they didn't fix in the offseason. That made me mad in December. To watch it play out, even worse than I could have anticipated it playing out, is maddening. So, of course, I'm going to criticize. Of course, I'm going to be upset with the guy because he was brought in to be the solution to a problem that he didn't look like he was going to be the solution to and certainly has not been the answer to that problem. That's all this is. That's all why when they brought the lineup out yesterday and I was upset. I know you expected it, so I don't think you probably had any reaction to it. I expected it, but I was still mad with it. I know Unfiltered was livid with it. We got a text earlier. I think it was Ryan let me check. Ryan from Frankfurt. It was like Bill was talking yesterday, like Max Kepler stole his wife. How upset he was that Kepler was in the lineup. Like everyone's upset with it. Everyone's upset with Kepler being in the lineup. But
here's the deal: you can't hit 200 and not disappoint people. If you hit 200, you're going to disappoint people. There's absolutely no question about it. And on top of that, lest we forget, he wasn't really happy being platooned.
Well, yeah, that's the one. That's the one time I have had like personal issue with Kepler this year is when he's complaining about playing time. That was the one thing that rubbed me the wrong way with him as the person. The player has made me live it all season. The person, man, you got to play better if you want to complain.
Exactly. All right, let's go back to the phones. We got a lot of people want to comment on this stuff. So let's go to Dave in Scranton checking in. Dave, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Dave?
Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy. How you doing, Dave?
Hey, with them Phillies, right?
Uh-huh.
I think maybe Trey Turner should get a day or two off. He's really scuffling right now.
I think you're right. That's a good call by you.
I mean, give him a break and let him get his head together again, you know?
He's 4 for his. He had a hit last night. He got a gift hit last night, but that makes him 4 for his last 38.
How about no home runs at the stadium? That's crazy.
Yeah, I hear you, Dave.
You know, and that Kepler, I mean, he is what he is. I blame Dombrowski. Kepler, you know, if you're not a good player, you're not a good player. He should keep his mouth shut and just, you know, if he's platoon, he's platoon, but he just ain't a good player, never was.
You sound like an old school Philly fan from Scranton, Dave.
I am, brother.
Attaboy.
Hey, guess who my favorite band is? The Who.
Who's your favorite Who?
Yeah, I love The Who.
Oh, so you want to play General Knowledge Wednesday to get the Who tickets.
That's what I called, brother.
All righty then. Here's your question.
Okay.
What rock band's logo is a mouth with a tongue sticking out?
Stones.
That is correct. Dave from Scranton, hold on a second. Dave, cash is in. He's a Who fan because he won't get fooled again. Dave sounded like an old school guy, man.
They did.
Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, that Turner, they need to give him a rest. He's really scuffling. I mean, I can see it all the way from Scranton.
Mad Dog's bleeding in there a little bit. Your Mad Dog's
right.
slipping in.
Mad Dog is slipping in there. I couldn't go elderly Scranton, man, without getting a little Mad Dog in there. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Searching for a sweep. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies shut out the Orioles en route to a 5-0 win behind homers from Max Kepler and Brandon Marsh. Taijuan Walker tossed 6 scoreless innings, while Ryan Kirkering, Matt Strahm, and Max Lazar each gave a shutdown inning out of the bullpen. The fans, however, want to see Johan Duran in the game last night, and Rob Thompson was asked post-game if he considered bringing Duran into that 5-0 game.
No. You know, with the 4-run lead and the 3-batter rule, I'd probably go right to him because if you don't use him, somebody gets on, you got to get him up. But with 5-run lead, no. I did. They were booming. That's all right.
Phillies look to sweep the Orioles today and secure their first sweep since the middle of June. Ranger Suarez gets a start for the Phillies this afternoon. We're one day away from the Eagles opening up their preseason slate against the Bengals. Cincinnati is expected to have their starters take the field. Nick Sirianni was not committal on who will play when he spoke to media earlier this week. Jalen Hurts said he'd relish a chance to play, but it's up to the coaches, and recent history suggests the starters will not play. This update is brought to you by Discover. Do you know what's accepted at 99% of places to take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Eagles offensive coordinator
Show on General Knowledge Wednesday, where today's prize a 4-pack of tickets to see The Who. And you get to pick which show you want to go to. You can either go Thursday, August 21st at the Wells Fargo Center, or you can go Saturday, August 23rd, Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City if you happen to be down the shore for the weekend. Tickets for both shows are now on sale via Ticketmaster. So our categories today, just the general knowledge category, Disney titles in the lyrics, and things named after inventors. Ray, you get a general knowledge question.
That'd be true.
All right, Ray. Which anime series features Ash Ketchum?
Pokemon?
That is correct.
Say there was an Ash in
How'd you
Pokemon.
get that one, Ray?
I grew up with Pokemon, but that was about the only anime series you were going to be able to get out of me.
Well, guess what? You got it right. It's 1-1.
Love that.
Text board, what's it saying?
We got people going back and forth about this closer entrance. So John from Lansdale, while I understand being disappointed not seeing Duran, everyone should be happy being able to see and hear Harry sing High Hopes. So kind of a just be happy you saw a win. Just enjoy the win, man, of texts.
Yeah, but see, you can't introduce a spectacle and then you go to and the spectacle's cancel. It's like going to a fireworks game. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we had some technical difficulties. There'll be no fireworks tonight.
Norm from Mayfair says you didn't sign up for the spectacle because if you want to see a safe situation, don't go to a stinking last place team game.
Well, no, man. Sometimes you get tickets to certain games.
If you got those tickets before the season, you probably thought that was a competitive game.
Yeah. By the way, I got the total translation to the song. Vicente helped me, but I also did some research myself. So, the first song in his entrance is El Incomprendido by the artist Farruko. So, translation is, whoever wants to waste their time, let them advise me because I'm in a rude but ugly, ugly situation. And today, I have to give myself a break. That's the first part of the song. So he's in an ugly, ugly situation. And he has to give himself a break to get through it. That's what it means.
Good start.
There you
He's
go.
in an ugly mood. I want my closer in an ugly mood. I want you upset.
The
I want you
second
mad.
song that they intermingle in there, because it's not one song, it's El Incomprendido, but also Hot by Daddy Yankee and Pitbull. And this doesn't make any sense when you translate it, but in Spanish it sounds magnificent. Right? When you translate it in English, it goes, well, what's that? So the translation for that is money, money. That's been the focus. Loved throughout the world and loved on the block. I believe in hygiene. Kids are in the dumps. Laundering money, I made a killing. Mashed potatoes are out on the street. What I throw away is pure. The whole family, we're safe now. Hard times don't last forever. It's the hard times that last forever. It doesn't make a bit of sense, the translation. But in Espanol, it rocks.
Sounds beautiful.
Dinero, dinero. Ese ha sido en enfoque.
Are we going to get the Mikey Miss remix of this intro?
Atención, chismoso. El que quiere perder su tiempo que me aconseje. Que estoy en Roma, pero feo, feo.
I got the ugly there, yeah.
Feo means ugly, you're right.
I took Spanish.
Y hoy hay que darme banda. Hey, it sounds cool that way.
Oh, everything in Spanish sounds cool.
That definitely does. All right, let's go back to the phones and talk to Greg in Bethlehem. Greg, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Greg?
Good morning, Senor Missanelli.
Good morning, Greg.
Some songs are just not meant to translate.
They're not, and this one is not.
No. It sounds great, though. I never thought I'd be disappointed the day after a Phillies win.
You didn't get the show. You didn't get the show last night.
Well, there's two reasons. One was that, and the other reason was when I saw the lineup and I saw Kepler in there, and I'm trying to figure out, I've never seen such a messed up outfield arrangement in my life, and I have to think at this point in time, knowing what Kepler has been and how pitiful his production has been, they have to be justifying their off-season expense by playing the guy more, and I don't understand. Who's telling Topper to play him?
Oh, he's playing him by himself. He's a lefty-righty platoon guy. There's no question that that's what Rob Thompson is. Now, the only thing that could change here is we roll to August 15th when they can bring Crawford up. If they bring him up, that changes the whole dynamic. And if they bring him up, Kepler's got a chance to be released.
Well, if we get to August 16th and Crawford's not up and Kepler's still on the team, then Dombrowski will lose all respect for me.
Well, he might, but the other thing, here's what they're thinking and hoping could happen, that they won't have to bring up Crawford at all, that somehow Kepler catches fire here, and they're more comfortable with the platoon in center, in left, and at second base. That's the perfect scenario for them.
Van Winkle,
well, hey, listen, he hit the ball hard 3 times last night. I don't know. I mean, listen, you could just as easily get on a hot streak then you could get on a down streak, although he's been in a down streak his entire season. I don't expect some kind of miracle resurgence, but it is possible.
You know what they say about a blind squirrel. I just, I don't know. Don't we know what Kepler is by now?
We do, but the story is not written because they've got like 10 days to play him now before that they even have to think about Crawford.
Well, how much value does he have at the team right now?
Well, you don't know. Like, he had a hot game last night. Suppose the next game he stays hot, and then the game after that he gets on some kind of hot streak. You have days to play with here because you can't bring Crawford up anyway.
Well, we can hope that Kepler turns it around.
Yeah, listen, Greg, I'm not invested. The Phillies are the ones that are invested. And by the way, you're listening to WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. The Phillies are the ones invested. They have 10 days to play with here before Crawford can be brought up for contractual reasons, right? So in the meantime, they play the platoon. If Kepler gets hot, they go, well, maybe we don't have to bring up Crawford at all. They'll make that decision in due time.
I guess you can hope, to hit the lottery, but
you're down. You don't think he can resurge? That's fair. I got it. All right, man. You want a general knowledge question?
Sure.
Okay. This is titles in the lyrics, Disney songs.
Okay.
Da 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 da. Makes no difference who you are.
Oh.
What am I looking for? Blank, 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 blank. Makes no difference who you are.
Make a wish upon a star.
What's the exact lyric? You have to get it exact, Greg. No, it doesn't.
I don't know.
Oh, you're out. When you wish upon a star. There it is. Pinocchio.
Oh, is that Pinocchio?
That's Pinocchio. What's the matter? You against Italian puppets?
No. I like
Wait,
Pinocchio. I've seen Pinocchio. Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is doesn't resonate with you because what?
No, I just think it's become
Italian puppet.
No, I think I'm 50% Italian. It has become such generic mainstream Disney that I forget that it was originally a Pinocchio thing.
Mr. Nose.
I know that.
Dr. Nose.
I did a Disney cruise. That's the thing they play every time they make an announcement. Da, 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 da,
Oh, you did a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
When?
When I was younger.
How old were you? The family took little Ray on a Disney cruise?
Yeah.
Really?
Too bad Ish is on suspension.
How was the Disney cruise, Ray? Do you remember a lot about it?
Wonderful.
Was it?
Are you kidding me? I love a good cruise. I like being out in the boat.
You do?
Yeah. Think about it. All the travel that you have to take time to do for any other vacation, you're already doing. You're just getting to enjoy the part of the travel. I've never sat in an airplane and been like, you know what? The entertainment in this place is great. On a cruise, oh, yeah, the entertainment is very nice.
What were you entertained exactly by in a Disney cruise? Tell me, like, what's the entertainment value? What do you?
They got shows.
What do you do? Oh, shows?
They got, places you could go and meet people, do things. Yeah. I was like 12. It's great.
They got a pool and stuff?
Yeah, of course they got a pool. Yeah, it's a cruise ship.
Did they have the Disney characters walking
I'm sure
around?
it was in the shape of Mickey Mouse. I mean, I'm almost
really?
positive.
It was?
I mean, I don't know who else it'd be in the shape of.
They got-
Mickey Mouse does have a pretty good shape for a pool shape.
Was Goofy walking around?
Of course Goofy was walking
Yeah,
around.
Pluto?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Goofy and Pluto?
One's a dog.
And one's a what?
I don't know.
Which one's the dog?
No, I've had actually this back and forth of what the difference between Goofy and Pluto is. Goofy versus Pluto explained. Yeah, this is
Explained. Well, they're different species, aren't they? They're not both dogs.
I think so. This is a good.
What's Pluto?
debate. I thought they were both dogs.
Really? I don't know if they're both dogs. In any event, we have some news here.
Yeah, this is way more important than whether or not Goofy and Pluto are dogs.
What is it? Where has this come from? This stiff shoulder. Were we told that Wheeler had a stiff shoulder? Zach Wheeler has been pushed back 2 days to Sunday. He had an MRI on a stiff shoulder, which came back clean.
Yeah, so Matt Gelb's reporting the Phillies are bumping Zach Wheeler back 2 days to Sunday. He complained of some shoulder stiffness. They sent him for an MRI. It was clean. Rob Thompson said Wheeler played catch today.
Okay.
Now, we're getting all this information early because it is an afternoon game, so Thompson, I guess, just met with the media.
This is not good.
No.
Stiff shoulder, second half. He's been erratic every start.
Also, I just tried to map out the rotation in the last hour here to try and figure out what they would do NOLA-wise, Walker and Luzardo. Now it's all thrown away.
How's that work out? How's it going to work out now?
I don't know. Now it's all changed because now we have to figure out we have to reconfigure the entire rotation for when Wheeler moves back 2 starts. So, I don't know. I was trying to get us what the 5th starter could be, but looks like everyone has about 9 starts or 10 starts left in their season.
All right. Do I owe you a question here?
You do.
Disney question?
Yes,
Since you're Mr. Disney Cruise?
Yeah.
You should slay this then.
I mean, I don't think I should slay it.
All right.
Not a singer.
Blank, blank, blank. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, and we'll provide the rest.
This is Beauty and the Beast.
It is Beauty and the Beast. Blank, blank, blank. Put our service to the test. There's a rhyme there.
Yeah. Blank, blank, blank.
Blank, blank, blank. Put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Cherie, and we'll provide the rest.
We're the best? I got nothing on that one.
Be our guest.
Oh.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test.
Yes, be our guest. Be our guest.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
610-632-0975. We got Joe and Nick and Vicente on the line. Vicente is the one that gave me the translation, which does not make any sense at all. Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill
7-11, it's the Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic on General Knowledge Wednesday. And I got a question. I just heard a promo from Bill Colarulo. Did our old buddy Bill rip off our general knowledge concept? What is he doing on Wednesdays?
What movie Wednesday?
What movie Wednesday?
Yes.
Is this a blatant ripoff?
I like to look at it as he's paying homage.
He's paying homage, huh?
It seems.
Did he pay homage with us personally? He
No.
just decided to blurt out a general knowledge type of thing for his show?
On Wednesday, no less.
Right, on the same day?
A lot of trivia today.
What is going on with that?
I don't know.
What a thief.
He's already here if you want to go talk to him.
I'll talk to him.
He stopped in here.
Glad we can give him an idea.
He misses us. He knows it.
He does, huh?
Deep down. Deep
All
down,
right.
he misses us. He longs to have the arguments on this program one more time.
Is it possible? Is this your suggestion, or is this a text suggestion that the Phillies go to a 6-man rotation in light of the Wheeler stiff shoulder situation?
It's a YouTube chat conversation that
The chat, huh?
I at least want to tease out here.
Okay.
Because you're going to get Nola back here at some point. Now, he's making a rehab start. I believe it is today in Lehigh Valley. So he makes the start today. Looking at the Iron Pigs schedule, the next time he'd be slated to go, if he were to go again down there, would be the 12th of August, it looks like. Now, the reshuffle here totally throws a wrench in what the Phillies got going on, just rotation-wise. So just to play out the way this would go from here forward, Wheeler's going to go Sunday, August 10th. So he's been pushed back 2 days.
Yeah.
Following him, Taijuan Walker would go the 11th. The 12th would be Suarez, and then Sanchez Luzardo, the 13th and the 14th, because the two are being pushed up 2 days. They're going to pitch on regular rest because of the day off tomorrow. So they're going to be fine rest-wise. This 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 14, 15, 16, 17 is in Washington. So they'll be down there to take on the Nationals. Nola would be up, if he does pitch that game on the 12th, he'd be up in Buffalo with the Iron Pigs. So,
normally, I would blanch at a 6-man rotation, but this Wheeler news and Nola coming back lends me to believe that maybe it would be beneficial. You got 3 righties and 3 lefties in a 6-man rotation through September.
The Phillies will enter a stretch starting with this day off Thursday afterwards, that Friday series in Texas, where they go from the 8th to the 20th without a day off. That'll include a trip from Texas to Cincinnati to D.C. and then coming home to play Seattle before the day off ahead of Washington series.
Huh.
It looks like, though, if Nola ends up pitching, I guess, well in this one, maybe Nola slots in on the 11th, because that would be on regular rest today. I don't know if they want to get him back that soon. If they don't get him back that soon, they give him that start on the 12th. I think the earliest you're looking at getting him back would be the 17th, which would be in the midst of this stretch, which means you probably get 2 more Walker starts, and then Nola would re-enter the rotation, and then that's where you would make the decision. And if Nola comes back at that point, also you get probably 2 or 3. If you went 6-man, you probably get 2 or 3 starts out of both Nola and Walker before you had to make any decision on where you go back to a 5-man. It's not ideal. I know Wheeler's spoken out against it before. Nola hasn't loved it in the past.
Wheeler might not speak out against it now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right now, you might have Wheeler in a position where he might say, hey, to hell with it. I kind of need to keep
Wear
my
and
health.
tear. Let's go 6-man.
Does it hurt the Cy Young campaign?
Probably. Yeah, probably does. I don't know. Is he worried about that?
I hope not. I'll be more worried about the health and stretch run than Cy Young.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the phones. We've got Joe and Reading checking in. Joe, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, bud?
Mike and Ray, how's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
Do you believe in this day and age, the Irish kid's prejudice against Italian-style movies?
You believe it? Yeah, he says he's half Italian. Meanwhile, a redheaded kid named Dunn, he does know Pinocchio.
Don't make me call the De Nicolos and the Chettis.
I hear you. Yeah, prejudice against Italian. In this day and age, you don't know Pinocchio? Come on.
I had to give you my Goodfellas reference for that. Hey, my Kepler theory is I think they're giving him as much rope as they can to hang himself. because they messed up. If they had Austin Hayes, you think because of the Austin Hayes experience, where he's doing so well this year, and if they let him go.
No, I just think they're paying this guy, and they have leeway here. They can't bring up Crawford yet, so they don't have anything to lose by trotting him out. And if he somehow gets hot, it solves the problem for him, right? They don't have to adjust and rearrange everything by bringing Crawford in. So they can just have him play out that minor league year if this guy finds something. Now, I don't think he's going to find it that quickly, to be honest with you. So I think eventually they're going to have to bring up Crawford anyway.
Right. Well, hey, the Duran thing, my kid went to the game on Sunday, got to see it, got to see the entrance, went last night, texted me the whole way home. He's pissed he didn't get to see it. I'm like, what do you want?
Yeah, see, there it is. The new dimension of this has made people disappointed when they don't see it.
It's insane.
It really is.
Just enjoy the win.
I hear you. All right, Joe, here's your general knowledge question for Who Tickets. This is things named for inventors. So this amusement park ride was named after this guy. What is it?
Mr. Roller.
Come on, man. It's an easier question than that.
Oh, the Ferris wheel.
The Ferris wheel is correct. Should we give it to him?
I was thinking to you.
Oh, you got turned down, Joe. You're out. You got the wrong answer first.
Hey, Mr. Roller. If I said Mr. Roller, it would've been over.
Ferris wheel. Named after a guy named Ferris.
Bueller?
Who knew? I don't know. I never knew that there was a guy named Ferris who created the Ferris wheel. Were you aware of that?
I was not. No, I probably wouldn't have got that question right.
All right, here's your question.
Sake. George Washington Gale Ferris Jr.
There you go.
Was everybody just named George Washington before 1900?
The father of our country.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying, though.
A lot of kids were named after the father of the country.
Where's the creativity? This is
Never
George
mind
Washington.
creativity. It's time for you to answer a question. Device for measuring radiation, and also a center who stole a lot of money for the Sixers.
Ooh, centers that stole a lot of money.
This center stole money as a Sixer center, but it's also a device for measuring radiation. You should get that. You shouldn't even have the Sixer hint. I gave you a gift with the Sixer hint. Device for measuring radiation is what?
Yeah, I'm just going to say Bynum because that's the only thing that's coming to mind right now. I got nothing.
Geiger counter.
Yeah.
It's a Geiger counter. Come on, man. Stole a ton of money.
That's not the first center that comes to mind when I think of stealing money.
What's the first thing you think of when you think of Matt Geiger?
That he was the hint for this question?
No, in general.
Not Matt Geiger is not.
Oh, you were a kid.
That's not someone.
You were a kid, so he was a backup center on the team that went to the finals, and was a starting center early in the year.
How much money did he make from the Sixers?
He made a ton of money and bought some mansion in Florida where he had a llama farm and a fireplace in every room of the house.
Why every room?
I don't know.
We never got that answer?
Including his bathrooms.
That's wrong.
You can look it up. 610-632-0975 on a General Knowledge Wednesday. Audience 1, Ray 1. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Searching for a sweep. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies shut out the Orioles en route to a 5-0 win behind homers for Max Kepler and Brandon Marsh. Taijuan Walker tossed 6 scoreless innings, while Ryan Kirkring, Matt Strahm, Max Lazar each gave a shutdown inning out of the pen. The fans, however, wanted to see Johan Duran last night, and Rob Thompson was asked postgame if he considered bringing Duran into the game.
No. With the 4-run lead and the 3-batter rule, I'd probably go right to him because if you don't use him, somebody gets on, you got to get him up. But with 5-run lead, no. I did. They were booming. That's all right.
Phillies look to sweep the Orioles today, secure their first sweep since the middle of June. Ranger Suarez gets to start for the Phillies this afternoon. We're 1 day away from the Eagles opening up their preseason slate against the Bengals. Cincinnati is expected to have their starters take the field. Nick Sirianni was not committal on who will play. Jalen Hurts said he'd relish a chance to play, but it's up to the coaches, and recent history would suggest that the starters will not play. This update's brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
7:25, Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey, Ray, what is your feeling on nose hair?
Should take care of it.
All right, so I'm in the store the other day, and I see an older couple. I mean, not ancient, but they're the older couple, and the guy has like he's got like a bush coming out of his nose, like a little gray bush out of both nostrils. And I'm going, like, how do you not notice that? You know, like.
I think it's one of the things people begin to care the least about as they age.
Really? The nose hair?
I think, like, people who are like, I am who I am, like, this is, I've hit the stage where I don't really care what anyone thinks of me. That's one of the things I observe most in older demographic.
But it's
giving up on.
It's unsightly.
I'm not a big fan of seeing someone's nose hair.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like he's with his wife, and I'm going, like, the wife have any say in that? Like,
Wife's
come
been
here.
picking battles for years.
Here, let me just get a little scissors here and trim that, or I'll get one of those little rotary things, which are good.
I would imagine the wife's been picking fights for years. Is that one that she wants to, like?
I don't know. It's just just regular hygiene.
Yeah, I agree. You should take care of your nose hair. No disagreement from me on that one. I'm just saying, I don't think it falls on the wife. It falls on the man to look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I should probably trim.
But sometimes, like you say, he's. But the wife should be going, hon, or whatever she calls him. And then you got the close cousin of the nose hair, the ear hair, which you see a lot, right?
Well, I think you see a lot less than the nose hair, mostly because I don't really take a good glance at a lot of people's ears.
You can't help but notice. Like, you can't help but notice nose hair, like a little stalk of gray broccoli coming out of a nostril. And the same thing with the ear. You can't help but notice that.
I guess. I mean, I don't think you can help but notice the nose hair just because you're looking straight on at someone. I don't get a lot of side profile looks. Like, I don't think it registers to me as much. Like, how many times do you look at someone's side profile?
Well, I don't know. I seem to notice ear hair as well. I don't know. I'm just looking at people. It's like, it's not difficult to notice it. It's not like they have it in camouflage.
I guess maybe I haven't seen a lot of, like, a very distinct ear hair person
from this point
recently.
on, will you then focus on looking for the
Probably
ear?
not. I'm big on checking out the ears. I like to look people in the eyes. I look at them in the ears.
All right, let's clarify when NOLA is eligible.
Yeah, so August 15th. So
August
it would not
15th.
be. That's why a lot of people say this is the penultimate start for Walker. And I guess the way it could shake out is NOLA makes a start today. They keep him on track, probably some sort of simulated game, bullpen session for what will be 5 days from now on the 11th. And then he could rejoin the rotation the 16th in Walker's spot, which is a possibility. And the reason maybe they won't go six-man is because NOLA taking that spot for Walker means that Wheeler starts on regular rest on the 20th. If he were not to start on regular rest, they have a day off the 21st. So he would go a week between starts, and I don't think that would jive with Zach Wheeler. But if Wheeler, again, is dealing with the shoulder stiffness and wants that time off, the six-man rotation could give him an entire week between starts on the 15th to the 22nd, where you would end up going with a Wheeler, Walker, Nola, Suarez, Sanchez, Luzardo week before the day off, and then going to Wheeler. So
All right.
two scenarios.
By the way, do we really need the word penultimate? Can't we just say second last?
I like penultimate.
I know you've said it 4 times.
I read it in the story. I like it.
Right. Do we really need that word?
It's a lot of words.
Do we make it simplify for people guys to second last start?
No, I like penultimate.
You like penultimate.
I mean, it doesn't serve much of a purpose other than to say it.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Penultimate.
So you like saying it.
Yeah.
A lot of people will get penultimate. What's penultimate mean? A lot of people are confused by penultimate.
Yeah, I also don't, like, this is not we don't do that type of prefix for pretty much anything else, right?
Exactly. All right, let's go back to the phones. We got Nick and Briarcliff checking in. Nick, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Nick.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Ray.
Hello, Nick.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say you guys do a great job, and I'm not just blowing smoke. This is like talk radio. It should be more interactive with the audience, and I feel like a lot of these are just becoming podcasts nowadays where they just do their own thing.
I happen to agree 100%. To me, interactive sports talk is the best sports talk.
I mean, maybe just the way I grew up, but that's always how it's been, you know. And now you just see less and less of it. They're like more like podcasts.
You're right about that. That's how the industry has changed a little bit. Everybody's just doing their own thing and talking for 4 hours. I like to engage people.
I like it. All right, now I got this weird luck. I guess I go to enough games, so it's not too weird a luck. But I always have to be down in the stadiums when like big moments happen and stuff. Like I was there with a little kid, and Schmidt came out in the wig. My birthday, I was down there, and Millwood threw a no-hitter. And I went Friday night, and I was so excited. You know, I'm hoping I get to see this entrance. And it was a seesaw game. It was a great game. They fought back and stuff like that. But at one point, I seen Strom up, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I really wanted to see this or whatever. So then the dude comes out, and it's electric. It's like being at a concert almost. And I know it's cool novelty and everything, don't get me wrong, but what impressed me most was his entrance took longer than the inning that he pitched. It was just like amazing. Like if he goes in and lights out like that,
it's the truth. It's definitely the truth. The first couple of outings, yeah.
And another cool thing I noticed at Friday's game, and I don't know why these Philly fans do this, but Bader comes up. He gets a standing ovation in his first plate appearance, and I don't think it had anything to do with Bader. I just had to do with the dissatisfaction they have from the circumstance at hand, and they're hoping this guy's going to come in and be some sort of savior.
You're right, absolutely right. That's exactly what I thought. There's no way Harrison Bader deserves that kind of an ovation. But it's like, hey, a new guy, help us out. There we go.
Exactly. And just a couple of things real short. I don't know if he's going to be on the team in October, but baseball is just a weird animal. You never know who could the hero be. But these weird heroes pop up in postseason play. So I keep my hope out for the guy. I mean, I'd much rather see Crawford come up and get a good shot at it. But if we have Kepler, then I got to keep my believing, and I got to keep on believing in him because he could come up in a big spot and come up maybe with a big hit.
Yeah. All right. Nick, good stuff today for you. Now, you want a general knowledge question, obviously.
Always.
Are you a fan of The Who?
I am. I've seen him multiple times.
Oh, beautiful. Who? All right. Here we go with the question.
Is that Bernie from Broomall, The Who? I love you kept that around.
It is Bernie from Broomall, yes, in memoriam of Bernie. Now, here's the question. What does the C stand for in an LCD television? LCD television. What does the C stand for?
Compact.
No, unfortunately not. The C stands for crystal.
Oh.
You didn't know that one?
Nope.
Liquid crystal. What is D? I think it's liquid crystal. I think the first two are liquid crystal. I don't know what the D is. LCD, what is it?
Display. Liquid crystal display.
Or LCD, sound system. One of my favorite bands.
I think we have some of them in the
liquid crystal display television. We do have some LCD sound system in the system. Vicente checking in again? Oh, Vicente, you got the translation.
Yes. Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo está?
I'm doing pretty good here, but the translation doesn't make much sense.
Okay, I will clarify this. First of all, I want to say that the Ferris wheel was invented by George Washington Gale Ferris.
Yes.
He was an American civil engineer from Illinois, and then when he here in Chicago, the World's Columbian Exposition Fair, he invented this, and he got like $400,000, convincing the partners, to build, to go above and beyond the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Wow, that tell you what, you're a fount of information, Vicente.
Oh, man. You got to know your American history.
Mr. Ferris. Mr. Ferris. I like it.
The second thing I want to mention is that regarding Jose Alvarado's apologies, a little too late because even Rob Thompson said that perhaps we don't need him because, first of all, he's going to lose $4.5 million of his $9 million salary.
Yeah.
And then he won't be able to play in the postseason.
You're right.
So Rob Thompson said, I think we had done pretty well without him. We won a lot of games without him. So we're not going to need it.
No, they're going to need him down the stretch. They're going to need him to pitch some innings come September.
Yes, but people are paying a lot of money to go see the Durantula.
That's correct. Now, explain to me. I got the first one. I like the ill incomprendido. I understand.
Incomprendido, the misunderstood.
Yeah. But the Daddy Yankee and Pitbull song. What does this mean? I believe in hygiene.
Yeah, no, that part belongs to the other song, but it's not really played. When I heard the song again, I reflect and I want to make a correction. Because Duran entrance uses the incomprendido, the first part of attention, gossip.
Right.
Whoever wants to lose their time, please give me an advice,
Yes.
Because I'm in Romo. It's a slang in Dominican Republic. Romo is like the rum. I'm drinking rum, so I'm like a drunk in rum. I'm in Romo, very ugly, and somebody has to give me a leeway, And then he says, I think I've been incomprendido, and nobody has given me that attention, and nobody loves me like the way I am.
Yeah, I got that part of it. The second part of the song is what confuses me. Mashed potatoes, I believe in hygiene. What do you mean mashed potatoes are out on the street? What's that mean?
No. That part that I translated is from the other song, Hung.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Hot. But no, in this, in the entrance song, I got to tell you, after Incomprendido, in the same song, this paragraph is Pásame la juca, que andamos en jangueo, hoy cojo ruta, que viva el teteo, el desacato, vive la vida y disfruta. I gotta make two clarifications because it's a Spanish slang from Dominican Republic. So el jangueo, it means like it's a huge party, social event, like going to play. And then it says que viva el teteo is in hanging, enjoy whatever the party is. That's Dominican.
Okay, all right. So they're talking about enjoying the party, but again, mashed potatoes. Where's that come in?
I have been misunderstood. No one has loved me as a young. Please pass me the hookah. We're partying tonight. I'm here in the road. Long live the teteo, and long live the desacato. Live life and enjoy. Everyone at the club.
Okay, live life and enjoy. I got it.
So now this is how it goes, okay? Hear me out. He sido incomprendido y a mí nadie me ha querido tal como soy. Atención, vecino. Pásame la juca que andamos en jangueo y cojo ruta que viva el teteo, el desacato, vivete la vida y disfruta.
Nice. I like it. You got the whole thing down, brother.
Yeah, but now I can sing it in Spanish, in English.
Yeah, that's all right. I like the Spanish part.
No, in English it's Pass me just the hookah. We're partying tonight. I'm here in the road. Long live the teteo. Long live the sacato. Live life, enjoy it. Everyone at the club, enjoy it.
Live life and enjoy it. I like it.
Now it makes sense.
Now it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the contribution by Vicente.
All right, Vicente. Correcto mundo, Vicente. You playing general knowledge with us here?
Yes.
All right, here's the question is, what did we just do, right? Were we back to general knowledge?
You did movie.
What did we just do?
What was
the movie?
We did general knowledge because the LCD. It was the LCD.
All right, so we're in title in the lyrics. We're the Disney movies. All right?
Oh, my God.
Here it is. Just a blank, 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 blank helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down.
Oh, that's the movie with Julie Andrews.
That's correct. Correcto mundo.
Correcto mundo. That's I forgot it. I forgot the.
Just a blank, blank of blank helps the medicine go down.
Yeah.
No go for you?
I forgot the paraphrase.
Oh, you're out. You're out. Ray?
Spoonful of sugar.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. All right, there you go. Oh, we're having a blast today. How about Vicente with the translation?
Yeah, and we got a little, I don't know if I want to call it singing of it, but we got
Lo
a little
tiempo
rendition.
duro no doré para siempre. 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Andrew Salciunas, John Kincade.
Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. Coming up at 12, the news at noon. We haven't spoken about the Eagles today. I read a story. I guess Mike Sealski wrote it. Camp all over the NFL. You got chaotic situations that are talkable. The Eagles camp is a snore fest. I mean, it really is. You think about it, there's nothing to really talk about with the Eagles except, all right, you got a game tomorrow. We'll talk about some performances. But it goes along too smoothly. Like, the fact that they're good and they have no problems at all, and everybody's Hakuna Matata, everybody loves each other, and Howie and the head coach are tied to the hip, and everything's beautiful with the coaching staff, and it's boring, isn't it?
Yeah. You said yesterday you were excited for the preseason. I was surprised. I was like, yeah, I guess.
I'm excited to see some battles when the game actually goes. But the camp itself is dreadfully boring.
Awesomely boring.
It really is. There's there's no edge to talk about.
And I like it.
I guess, it's the byproduct of being really good. Because you're all on the same page. There's no TO to mess things up. Like, there's no Trey Hendrickson playing without a contract and being bitter about it every day. Like, those are the things that Sports Talk Radio thrives on.
I mean, even last year we had the Hurts-Sirianni dynamic. That's quelled. We had the Hassan Reddick situation. They won a Super Bowl. No one's pining for him to be back.
Yeah.
Like, would I take in August where we got to put our thinking caps on a little bit more for debating what's going to happen in late January in a big game? Absolutely. So, yeah, we don't have the chaos, but I'm okay without the chaos. I'd like it like this. I'm all right that I don't have to wonder.
I don't like it. Listen, I like the fact that they're good. I hate the fact that this is a boring camp. I like issues.
Right. Well, for what we do,
I wish
this
there
is
was an issue. I wish Sirianni would say something stupid. Like something. I wish something would happen along these lines.
This is a dreadful camp for what we do.
It really is.
It is. There's no other way about it. For what we do to talk about it 4 hours a day, for all the people that are like, hey, why don't you guys just celebrate? It's like, all right, Eagles are good. Eagles are good.
Yeah.
All right, now we got 3 hours and 59 more minutes of conversation.
I'm not trying to shortchange the fact that they're good. I'm trying to shortchange the fact that there's not a lot of action to talk about.
No. I mean, I do the Birds Insider update every day. It's pretty much a battle of the second cornerback spot and the secondary. All right, let's run through what we're talking about. Right guard, looks like it's Tyler Steen.
Yeah.
All right, well, we still got a month until the first game. That second cornerback spot, well, they just traded for someone, so now it's 3 people in that room.
Uh-huh.
But, okay, if you either like Keely Ringo, like Dory Jackson, like Jacorian Bennett, or you're in a fourth camp where you're like, Vic Fangio's going to figure it out. And it feels like 80% of the fan base is in that fourth camp. You look at the safety spot, Drew Makuba, Cooper DeJean, Tristan McCullum. Most of the people fall in the fourth camp of, oh, yeah, I think Sidney Brown. Oh, I think Vic Fangio's going to figure that out. Look at the second linebacker. A lot of people love Trot around here. Love Trot. Jahan Campbell's excited.
Jahan Campbell, could he be the starter?
Guess what? Third door. Vic Fangio's probably going to figure that out. There is so much with this team when you talk about personnel that you could get into.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of this fan base just goes, well, I had those questions last year, and look what happened to that defense. I trust the guy in charge of it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what makes it less chaotic in that sense. But there is no star player saying that the owner's a liar. There's no star player that's decided they're going to post their Instagram story that they're in Florida when camp's happening in Cincinnati.
There's no player sitting on a lounge chair and getting teased by somebody else, 'cause he's hurt.
Just nothing.
Yeah. All right, you're tied with the audience, 1-1. Very underwhelming correct answers today.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm owed at least 2 questions.
Mr. You are?
Yeah.
2 questions?
Yeah, because after the LCD, I got nothing. And then after the last one, I was
all right, here's your first question. General knowledge. What country, technically speaking, is home to more tigers than any other?
What country, technically speaking?
What country, technically speaking, is home to more tigers than any other?
I got nothing. I have no idea.
You have a guess? You can say, Africa or somewhere in Africa or.
Well, I'm trying to think mountain tigers too are a whole different thing as well.
Uh-huh.
So
India, or, not even a guess.
Russia. I got nothing.
The United States.
Really?
The United States.
I guess
maybe because
zoos?
of the plethora of zoos.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, technically speaking.
Technically, I guess would be the zoo part.
That was Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Yeah, I owe you one more in your favorite character of Disney.
Ooh.
Blank, blank, blank. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter.
Excuse me?
Da, 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 da. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Da, 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 da. This is maybe past your time.
Yeah.
This is my daughter's favorite.
I got nothing.
The Little Mermaid.
Oh, not past
Under the Sea.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no. That I remember Under the Sea, but I couldn't tell you any of the other lyrics.
Really?
Movie I have seen.
What, you saw The Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
Oh, it was classic. The Sea
Absolutely.
Witch.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Ursula.
Ursula the Sea Witch.
Yep.
Nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty.
Don't want to cross
Nasty
Ursula.
lady.
Yeah.
All right, 610-632-0975. Next up will be Seth in Lehigh Valley, and then we'll get the Ish calling in and Reggie and everybody else, and we'll go back to the text board. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Searching for a sweep, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Phillies shut out the Orioles en route to a 5-0 win behind homers from Max Kepler and Brandon Marsh. Taiwan Walker tossed 6 scoreless innings, while Ryan Kirkering Matt Strom and Max Lazar. The two Max here, I know who they are. I don't know why I can't get them, but they both did a great job coming out of the bullpen. Fans, however, wanted to see Johan Duran come out of the bullpen last night, and Rob Thompson was asked postgame if he considered bringing Duran into the game while they led 5-0.
No. With the 4-run lead and the 3-batter rule, I'd probably go right to him because if you don't use him, somebody gets on, you got to get him up. But with 5-run lead, no. I did. They were booing me. That's all right.
Phillies look to sweep the Orioles today, secure their first sweep since the middle of June. Ranger Suarez gets to start for the Phillies this afternoon. We're one day away from the Eagles opening up their preseason slate against the Bengals. Cincinnati's expected to have their starters take the field. Sirianni was non-committal on who will play. Jalen Hurts said he relished a chance to play, but it's up to the coaches, and recent history would suggest that starters will not play. This update is brought to you by Audible. Stuck in Traffic, Audible's romance collection will have you falling fast in the slow lane. Satisfy every side of you with rom-coms, romantasy, and the really steamy stuff. Listen free for a 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Ray Doan, and you're home for the best Birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Unlikely heroes for the Phillies. Taijuan Walker, Max Kepler, Brandon Marsh, Bryson Stott. All came through, which was a good time because, the top of the order. Sometimes when the top of the order doesn't produce, the Phillies get screwed. But the bottom of the order, plus Taijuan Walker. Well, actually, his numbers as a fifth starter in a rotation are among the league's best. It's hard to believe. It really is.
This is the one or two circumstances that I can remember where sunk cost fallacy worked here. Like, we're already paying the guy $18 million. We might as well not cut him in the offseason. We'll bring him back and see what he is next year. And it actually worked out for him.
Yeah, so far.
I mean,
I listen. Do I trust him? No.
No, he's top step Taiwan come postseason.
he is.
They'll be standing right there cheering on his teammates.
Yep.
No, let's not get crazy here.
All right. So the platoon is still in vogue tonight, or this afternoon. We have the lineup for today?
We do have the lineup for
Let's
today.
get the lineup for today's game, this afternoon game.
Yes. Early
We'll
afternoon.
be starting
game.
about an hour. Yeah, an hour. Less than an hour.
So we got Turner leading off at short, so he's not getting that day off today.
No day off for Turner.
He does get a day off tomorrow, so maybe they're just going to let that be his day off. Schwarber, designated hitter, batting second. Harper at first, batting third. Castellanos in right, batting fourth. Harrison Bader, your center fielder, batting fifth. Otto Kemp, your third baseman, batting sixth. Edmundo Sosa at second, batting seventh. Weston Wilson in left field, batting eighth. And Rafael Marchand, the catcher, batting
right-handed lineup platoon. With Sosa playing second base. I don't like it, Ray.
I like it.
Don't like it.
Trevor Rogers on the mound.
I do not like
today
that second base platoon. Going to hurt you in the playoffs.
Really not.
It's going to hurt you defensively in the playoffs.
It's going to hurt
if
me
you don't
offensively
play
if he
him.
plays.
All right, let's go back to the phones. We got Seth in Lehigh Valley checking in. Seth, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
What's up, Seth?
I want to start with telling you that you were absolutely right with that the nose hair thing. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, I don't understand how these guys' wives can't see that stuff coming out of their nose.
I don't blame the wife. I blame the guy. Like, you got to look at yourself in the mirror every now and then. You see a little bush sticking out. Like, what's that? That doesn't faze you?
That's got a tickle like hell, too, I would say.
Seriously. Even if you buy little scissors, or even if you don't want to buy one of those rotary things that take one AA battery, you get it in there.
Yeah, it doesn't take much work there. The reason I called, I'm really worried now to hear about Wheeler's shoulder, tightness.
Yeah.
What do you think about? Why couldn't they just sit him down for like 3 starts and bring up like some guy from AAA just to fill in that spot? I mean,
well, they don't have a guy from AAA.
They're still going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, they have nobody from AAA as a starting pitcher. That's A. B, there's no need to sit him down. You give him a couple of days off to get the stiffness out and see how that works. I'm not a big fan of sitting guys down. When you sit a pitcher down, you get a chance for atrophy. Those guys have to throw regularly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, I know he's a pretty, stickler for, being a workhorse and everything like that.
If the MRI came back with a problem, then you have to worry. Then you sit him down. But it didn't come back with a problem, so it is general stiffness. You give him a couple extra days to work it out.
All right. Yeah. Just really worried about it. That's all.
I hear you. It's not a pleasant story. That's for sure. All right, brother, here's your general knowledge question for Who tickets. This is things named for inventors. So if I say to you, this receptacle is used for canning fruit, who invented it, what was his name, and what is it? Used for canning fruit. Or tomatoes or whatever.
Jar?
It's what'd you say?
A mason jar.
That is correct.
Mason jar.
Mason jar is correct. Hold on a second here, Seth. Yeah, Seth gets it right. Mason jar. I used to can tomatoes until the bad summer has baked my whole plants. I get nothing. Only thing I got this year were the cherry tomatoes. I can't can those. Miserable.
I'm sorry.
Wasted a whole summer cultivating my plants, fertilizing them, tilling the soil right, setting up my ladders so the vine can grow with the ladders. A lot of putting up the chicken wire so the rabbits don't eat it. Nothing. I got nothing. No crop. It's 12 o'clock. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. WPN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. It is noontime. Happy lunchtime to everybody. The callers hang in there because it is now time for the News at Noon with Ray Dunn.
There's a whole lot going on in this world. It's time to catch up. Here's the News at Noon. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All right, Ray Gunn, let's start it with a little smelling salt story.
Yeah, coming out of the world of the NFL, we had George Kittle crashing Fred Warner's interview on NFL Network. And what he wanted to do was let the world know that a rule has changed in the National Football League. And he wanted to do it on airwaves that are owned by the National Football League or ESPN or Disney or, whatever's going on with that merger right now. But he wanted to let everyone know on NFL Network that a memo was received today across the NFL. And by today, I mean yesterday when this happened. That there are no more smelling salts in the world of the National Football League.
I honestly just came up here to air a grievance.
Oh.
Our team got a memo today that smelling salts and ammonia packets were made illegal in the NFL.
Wow.
And I've been distraught all day.
Okay.
Illegal?
He even said he's not practicing anymore.
I considered retirement.
He went on to say that he uses them every drive.
Yeah, first of all, these smelling salts are the amyl nitrate, which are poppers. It's a party high. So I could see poppers are frowned upon, and so now that we have more knowledge, amyl nitrate shouldn't be used. So I totally agree with the story. Now he's a whack job who has to be kind of high all the time, and what it does is it's really a heart remedy where it treats like cardiovascular stress and stuff like that. It could be dangerous. So the league's not going to put themselves out there for that.
It's a jolt of energy.
It's a popper. I'm sure you and your friends, when you go to the club, you get the poppers.
You think I'm a club guy?
No, you're not.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got friends who are, though.
I'm sure they are.
Amyl nitrate poppers.
Yeah, no, not a smelling saltsman.
Yeah. No, back in the day, the smelling salts were in vogue. I used them at one point.
Oh, that's not to say I haven't. I'm just saying that's not my common refrain. I'm not big on.
I've done
on
a couple
salts.
poppers in my time, but that was way in the past.
Little energy
now,
jolt.
I'm a mature adult. I have no use for the party popper.
At my mature age of 25, yes, I also
have no use for the party anymore. So.
I still have use for the party.
I know you do.
I'm a big fan of that one, but yeah. This also, apparently, the NFL is saying that it masks concussion symptoms, and they don't want to have that
that's
be
no
a
good.
part of it. So that's
no good. It's a dangerous thing.
Part of the reason why they're out on this.
Come on, Kittle.
Next up, story we had yesterday in the news at noon. Colin Cowherd went after the Cowboys coach, and Schottenheimer responded. Cowboys coach opens up his presser with the backwards visor, and then goes to adjust it, saying this.
Sorry, Colin. Let me turn my hat around.
He then would turn it right back around to be a backwards visor within the 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's a tool.
Yeah.
He's a tool. Yeah, Cowherd's right. I agree 100%.
Now you're knocking 4 wins off as well?
No, I won't go that far, but I don't get it. I don't understand it. Grown man with the backwards visor. Do not understand it.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, bugs me. Bugs the living daylights out of me. It's such a bro mentality. You're supposed to be a head football coach. Come on.
What is your thought on the visor in general?
I'm not a visor.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the visor. Your head pops out. Your hair pops out of it. Makes you look like it's popcorn. Like.
Well, I was going to say, as a guy with hair,
Yeah.
You would want to let the locks flow a little
bit. Put the visor up, but still the hair poofs through the hole.
Well, I'm saying the visor for a bald guy I don't get.
Yeah.
Because you're just leaving it all exposed.
Yeah.
So the visor, I feel like, is a game for the guy with hair, right?
I guess, but I've never been a visorsman.
That's fair. You don't have to be a visorsman. I was just curious.
Yeah, it was Doug Peterson. You remember Doug used to wear it? But the hair used to poof up.
Right, I think it's a nice way to show you still have hair.
Yeah. Secure enough to have hair. Why do you have to have a poof up through a visor?
I don't know.
Nah, I'm anti-visor.
I might go buy one.
Anti-visor, anti-backwards visor.
All right, last one for you here. Chris Rose, on his podcast, jumped into a conversation that I think we're too close to the situation to talk about, but I'm very curious to see what you make of them going back and forth over this. What will Kyle Schwarber's team be that he's remembered playing for?
Bigger question with Schwarber. Are people going to remember him more as a Philly or a Cub?
When you sent that over, I was like, damn, that's a really, really good question. Because obviously, breaking the curse, 2016, when he had that real good facial hair, it is difficult. I kind of go back and forth on this one. I think if he re-signs with Philly, then we probably remember him as a Philly. The numbers will be better. The stay will be longer. I forgot he was a Washington National for half the season. But I would say, yeah, Philly.
He already has 50 more homers as a Philly than he did as a Cub. I think maybe people are going to, maybe it's just because he's wearing their uniform right now. So it's probably unfair to ask the question. Let's say he doesn't win a World Series in Philly, but he gets to 500 homers. He's definitely a Philly, right?
Yeah, I think he's a Philly if he stays there.
And he would go in wearing a Phillies cap.
If he goes somewhere else next year, I think it'll be much closer to, which one he was more important to, Cubs or Phillies.
The Cubs was too far. It was too long ago. Really, you can't associate him with the Cubs since he's been diluted by not only Washington Nationals but Boston Red Sox appearances. This is now where his home is.
But he was an integral part of that 2016 team.
Yeah, I know he was. He'd just come up. That was like, the new Schwarbs.
He comes off the injury, makes it back for the World Series, has the big World Series. They break the curse.
Yeah, Philly. He's more of a Philly guy.
I think if he re-signs here, there will be no question.
50 more home runs as a Philly.
Right, but 50 more home runs or the ring? The ring's tough. That curse was a long time. I think he's a Philly, but I also think that's because I'm a Philly guy.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question he's going to be here re-signed. So,
right.
A lot of people are saying that the money now has gotten astronomical. I don't believe that. I really do not believe it. Like, what? He's not gonna make $40 million.
If you were him, you'd ask for it, though, right?
Is he?
I would ask for it if I were him.
Could he be a $40 million guy?
I would ask for 40.
Well, Boris probably will.
Yeah.
Can't pay him 40, is it?
That's going to be... that's... Whenever they get eliminated, we'll react to them getting eliminated or win a World Series. And we'll react to that. And then the first thing the Phillies conversation is going to turn to is Schwarber.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's going at this point. But also in there, they mentioned gets the 500, a Hall of Fame call. He right now sits at 324 for his career. Do we think he gets to 500?
No. I don't think he will.
Because he would need basically to be at a 40 home run pace for the next 4 plus this one.
Yeah. I don't think he gets there.
And if he doesn't get to 500, not a Hall of Famer.
Like he's a 480, 5, somewhere in there, maybe. Possible.
Okay, so 480 maybe is the benchmark for him to be talking about a Hall of Fame?
Maybe.
And it gets a ring. I don't think it makes any question. Another one. Gets one here in Philly. That's the driving part of this team, I think.
Yep.
I puts him in a good
$40 million. See, here's the thing. Phillies aren't going to get outbid. So he may get $40 million. Who knows? All right, that was the news at noon. 610-632-0975. We have 2 open lines right now. You can grab them. It's General Knowledge Wednesday. We are playing for tickets to see The Who. A 4-pack of tickets, nonetheless. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Ricky Bo.
CD sound system.
Yeah, I'm losing my edge.
Mike Missanelli Show. Not losing my edge.
I'm losing my edge.
We're rocking it here on the General Knowledge Wednesday. 610-632-0975 is how you climb in. You get the Phillies starting pretty soon. Did anybody catch the first episode of Hard Knocks with the Buffalo Bills? Right? Did you watch?
I was at the game last night, so I didn't get a chance to watch.
Night. You missed it. Your boy featured a lot. Dion Dawkins.
I mean, he is the personality of that team.
He is. He's got some personality. They focused on him.
If I was going in to do Hard Knocks, he would be probably, outside of Josh Allen, probably the first person that I would be following around.
Dion Dawkins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a bunch of kids there. He does drifting. As in Tokyo Drift.
Oh. I didn't know that.
He slides race cars around in circles.
Good for him.
It's like a dangerous thing, man. He had his kid in there. He had all three of his kids going for those rides.
It terrifies me.
They're little kids too, man. Put the big helmet on him, and he's just steering one-handed as he's Tokyo drifting.
Kids, no kids, the whole drifting thing terrifies me.
It is, man. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, maybe I guess that's how you get your adrenaline out. I don't know.
I guess. Anyway, he was featured heavily in that. And so was Terry Pagula, the owner, who is building a colossal new stadium for the Buffalo Bills.
That's not the only thing Pagula's known for.
No. He's known for being the benefactor of the Penn State hockey program. That is correct. What, for football season, Ray? Are you jacked?
That's right.
National champions. Penn State Nittany Lions.
Unbeaten except every game you play Ohio State.
Do they play Ohio State this year?
I think so.
Yeah, what game is it? Their schedule. Let me see. Not that people care.
I might be going up there for a game.
Oh, really?
My cousin goes to
Really? Have you ever been up for a game?
Oh, plenty. I was there. You know that clip they always play of Michigan having to call a timeout on the first play? It was so loud in there.
Yeah.
I was at that game.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. I used to go to at least a game a year. My best friend growing up, his dad is a season ticket holder, massive fan. Okay. So I went plenty.
All right, let's check it out. They open August 30th against always tough Nevada.
I mean, that's when you got to sweat. Usually one of these, they sweat the first half of, though.
Is that a dub?
That's a W.
Florida International on September 6th.
That's W.
Villanova.
Ooh, I don't know.
Not playing Villanova again, are they? Come on.
Delco sweating this one out.
Villanova, September 13th.
Same fans are rooting for Penn State on Saturday.
Big whiteout. First tough game of the year. Whiteout, 7:30 p.m., September 27th. Get your tickets. Oregon. Woo!
Know a lot of people going up to that game.
Are they ready for that one? They ready for that challenge at the three bops?
You have 2 weeks to prepare.
Penn State, UCLA at UCLA the following week. That's a win. Northwestern at Penn State.
That's the one I'm potentially going up to.
That'll be a Penn State dub.
Yeah.
Penn State, Iowa. Iowa stinks this year. And here it is. November 1st, to be announced, the time. Penn State at Ohio State. Ooh. You know, this year, the surprise team in the Big Ten is none other than the Illini. And Penn State doesn't play them.
All right, so what, you saying 11-1?
You saying lost to Ohio State?
Yeah.
Well, that would kind of destroy their whole thing.
What, is 11-1 not enough to get you to the championship game?
They'll get into the playoffs, but if they can't beat Ohio State, that regular season game, I think they win that game. By then, they'll be rolling.
So at 12-0?
I think it could be an undefeated season.
Wow.
How about that?
2, 3.
They got really two tough games. Oregon, they get them early in a whiteout, though. And then at Ohio State, November 1st. Then it's Indiana, Michigan State, Nebraska, Rutgers.
Not to give you any ideas on how to spend your fall, but that weekend that they play Ohio State is the Eagles' bye week.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you're telling me I should go to Columbus?
I'm just saying. They haven't beaten Ohio State since 2016. You'd be witnessing history.
Pretty good idea.
I'm just looking out for you.
They get tickets to that game. Might be worth it going to Columbus.
Have you ever been to Columbus?
I have not been to that stadium.
Neither have I. A friend of mine went. Had a tremendous time.
I've heard all kinds of things about how rude the Ohio State fans are, though.
Well, yeah, I guess my friend didn't go as a Penn State fan, so probably had a better time just kind of taking in the atmosphere.
Yeah, because he's probably a Penn State hater, right, your friend?
No, not really.
No.
He's just kind of a chameleon. He'll just kind of fit in wherever he goes.
Is he a Temple guy?
Yeah.
No, he's a Penn State hater.
He doesn't hate Penn State.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
610-632-0975. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Ish joins us. Ish in Levittown. What's up, Ish?
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Oh, go ahead, Ish. There he goes again. We don't have him again. Oh, my bad. I'm waiting for him to blurt in. Ish. Hello. Let's put him on hold. Reggie is currently in Boise, Idaho. What's up, traveling man, Reggie? Reggie? Hold on a second. Let's get him on. There he is. Reg.
Yo.
There he is. What's up, Reg?
Mike, Ray, how y'all doing?
How you doing, buddy?
All right. Well, when I first called, I was in Boise. I am closer to the jump site where Evel Knievel tried to go over the Snake River.
Get out. Really?
Yeah. Twin Falls, Idaho, and then you go about 14 miles east. It's called Kimberly. And in a car, you can go see the jump site.
You need to write a book on Travels with Reggie. You should write that book.
Okay, Travels with Reggie. I like
Travels with Reggie.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was listening yesterday when I was up in Montana, and I believe you said some sources confirmed something that you had said about Joel Embiid. Maybe
Yes, I've been told by people in the know that he was surprised that they offered him a new contract because deep inside he knows he's kind of cooked.
Yeah, when you said that the first time, I said, yeah, he's going to retire. So that did surprise him that they gave him the money, but he's going to retire. At the longest, it may be at the end of this coming season, but I think he might be done.
So you think he'll try to play this season and then he'll retire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could happen. Wouldn't surprise me.
And then you also said, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I'm going to translate your words, but you said, my translation, that Rob Thompson was awake because you said about Duran getting in the game. I think you said Rob Thompson got excited. So I listened and I said, oh, you're saying he was awake.
Oh, look at you ripping, throwing it straight at my boy Rob. Come on now. Rob can do no wrong in my eyes.
Okay, all right. He hasn't done anything in my ears.
How you be down on the guy's teams in first place? Come on. His team's in first place,
All right.
Reggie.
All right.
All right, Reggie, you want a general knowledge question?
Yes.
All right, Reggie, here it is. What fictional super spy suffers from amnesia?
Fictional super spy.
Fictional super spy, many movies have been done, suffers from amnesia.
James Bond.
That is incorrect, Reggie. Be safe out there on the road. It is not James Bond. He does not have amnesia, but somebody does. I'll give you the same question, Ray.
And I don't know.
You don't know?
Nope.
Matt Damon is the hint.
I don't know.
Jason Bourne.
Oh, yeah.
The Bourne Identities.
That's tough. Bad look for me.
That is a bad look for you. 610-632-0975 is how you get into the show. We'll go back to our text board. Got a lot of feedback on the text board. It's the Mike Missanelli Show right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Searching for a sweep, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies shut out the Orioles and rode to a 5-0 win behind homers from Max Kepler and Brandon Marsh. Taijuan Walker tossed 6 scoreless innings, while Ryan Kirkering, Matt Strahm, and Max Lazar each gave a shutdown inning out of the pen. The fans, however, wanted to see Johan Duran last night, and Rob Thompson was asked postgame if he considered bringing Duran into the 5-0 game.
No. With the 4-run lead and the 3-batter rule, I'd probably go right to him because if you don't use him, somebody gets on, you got to get him up. But with 5-run lead, no. I did. They were booing me. That's all right.
Phillies look to sweep the Orioles today and secure their first sweep since the middle of June. Ranger Suarez gets a start for the Phillies this afternoon. We're 1 day away from the Eagles opening up their preseason slate against the Bengals. Cincinnati is expected to have their starters take the field. Nick Sirianni was non-committal on who will play. Jalen Hurts said he'd relish a chance to play, but it's up to the coaches, and recent history would suggest that the starters will not play. This update is brought to you by Groundworks, your trained and certified experts for basement waterproofing and foundation repair since 1997. Book your free inspection at groundworks.com. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
1229, Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5, The Fanatic. Lingering concern for the Phillies. It's funny because I was reading a story in The Athletic, and they said the lingering concern is Andrew Painter. I mean, come on. Like, see, this is the difference between somebody who doesn't live here and somebody who's speculating from afar. Like, the lingering concern for the Phillies is not Andrew Painter right now. First of all, Andrew Painter might not even fit into the equation. Maybe early in the season we looked at it like, yeah, he's going to be here in July, and they're going to have to alter the rotation. But they don't have to alter the rotation. The rotation is fine right now. So Andrew Painter may never come up. They may bring him up as a September call-up. But do you believe that Andrew Painter is a lingering concern for the Phillies and that he fits into the picture somehow as the Phillies go towards the end of the season and into the playoffs?
Certainly not a lingering concern for me, and I'm thinking less and less that he fits into any bit of the picture for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Justin Crawford fits into the picture. But the lingering concern, it involves him, but not directly. The lingering concern is the outfield platoon situation and whether they're going to get offense from that. They hadn't been getting it. They got it last night. Guys there at the bottom of the order came through for them. But we're going to get used to it for at least the next 9 or 10 days. The platoon of Kepler and whomever is the right-handed hitter. And in center field, Marsh and Bader. Now, when Bader came here, they said, well, splits are the same against righties and lefties, so he's going to play a lot. Does it look like that's the plan right now?
That Bader's going to play a lot?
Yeah. Doesn't look that way, does it?
Looks like
it looks like he's straight platoon with Marsh in center field.
That's what I mean. Right now, it looks like they're going to platoon it. They said 6 games. Thompson, before the game yesterday, said that he was going with that because that's what he promised. Kepler hitting a home run last night probably pushes that into a further conversation than 6 games because I imagine they say, hey, hit the ball hard a couple times. Why don't we keep rolling with this platoon?
Now, that might be good enough in center field. You can get by with that. Can you get by with it in left? The only way you get by with it in left field is if Kepler somehow finds a stroke. And last night he had one, but I think he's got 9 days, really, or they're going to have to make a move by bringing Crawford up and then rearrange their platoon.
Yeah, I won't understand if we get to September and that's when we first see Crawford. That, to me, wouldn't make a ton of sense.
All right. This is a historic day because we only have one correct answer from the audience. So whoever got the correct answer is going to get the Hoot tickets. Unless somebody comes in here and dilutes the odds, it's Ray won, the audience won today.
I will say I did have the audience at 2.
You had the audience at 2?
Mm-hmm. I had the audience with a slightly.
Oh, really? So there were 2 correct answers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's my bad then. All right, we have 2 audience. So they're up 2-1 on you.
Yeah.
You're not having a great day today.
No. Tigers, didn't think about them being in captivity. The Little Mermaid lyrics did not resonate with my brain. No, I should have got Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast was the one. The Be Our Guest was much easier for me. That one I just blanked on. I think I got those 3 wrong. What else have I gotten right?
Mr. Disney Cruise. Was the Little Mermaid not involved in that cruise then? She had to be.
No, yeah, there had to be something themed in there. I'm sure it was on the
Little
wall
Mermaid
somewhere.
had to be in the cruise when you went. What year did you go?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have family vacation.
You're 25 now?
Yeah.
You're 25.
I was the oldest of the group.
You were born in 2000. So in 2008,
10,
did you go? 2010?
Well, I'm the oldest, so to make it worthwhile for the 2 younger ones, they had to have been older.
Okay.
So my sister was probably 5 or 6, so probably like 2012.
The Little Mermaid was booming in the early 90s.
Right. Well, I'm sure the early 90s were a great time. I wasn't around to witness them. You know? Phil's went to the World Series in 93.
When you go on the Disney cruise, the Little Mermaid is firmly entrenched as a Disney character by the time you're on that cruise.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm sure they had a nice little, frame and probably like some theme stuff in there. Maybe they had someone dressed as Little Mermaid walking around. I don't know.
They had, who was the crab? What was his name?
Oh.
Sebastian
Right.
the crab.
Yeah. I could tell that your daughter was big.
She was a fan. I've watched it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of a.
The prince is marrying the sea witch in the skies.
Yeah, you did watch that movie. More of an Aladdin guy myself.
That was the parrot. They're not the parrot. The seagull. What was his name? Sebastian was the crab. Who was the seagull? The seagull was really excitable. The
Scuttle?
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 Scuttle. Seagull. There you go. Let's get to Ish. Ish, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. You back with us, Ish? All right.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm fine. I wanted to. I was wondering if I could talk about Penn State, and I want to bring up the Phillies.
Sure.
Okay, Penn State, they have a talented team this year. Do you think, and you know, the ESPN and everybody else has them rated as winning the national championship. Do you think if they don't win it, that James Franklin's going?
No.
'Cause I've been. Oh, okay.
No. I'm to people that always ask me about this. They love him. The administration at Penn State thinks that he is Mr. Ice Cream. They really do. They just love him.
Yeah, but with this team, like, he has to win. There's no excuse. You got to be.
Well, it's hard to win a national championship, but this is probably their most well-stocked team to win it. And if they lose to a lesser team, it's going to be disappointing, but it's not going to get them fired. Now, if they lose to Ohio State again, the heat from the fan base will be on him. But the administration sloughs that right off. They think that he's wonderful. He doesn't cheat. He recruits well. He represents the university well. That's what they care about at Penn State. They're not like a death struggle to win a national championship type of school.
Okay. Well, I give them. Hopefully, I give them an opportunity just due to the fact they got the defensive coordinator from Ohio State. So maybe they'll win.
Yeah. Now, if they lose during the regular season to Ohio State, and then they go to the playoffs and lose to them again. Well, I don't know what will happen. But I'm telling you, they're not going to fire him.
Do you like him? Do you think he's a good coach?
No, I'm not a big fan. But I have to say that, like, this year we'll see. This is a very good team with the quarterback that's supposed to be the quarterback who can be a first round draft pick.
Dwayne Allen, yeah.
Dwayne Allen,
the quarterback.
Drew Aller.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, well, I think they have a good opportunity to win this year. And with the Phillies, Kyle Walker had a good start, and I think they may just put him in the bullpen when the playoffs start. So,
yeah, but Taijuan Walker won't be in any meaningful late innings as a bullpen guy. He'll only be used if they're getting blown out.
I have to disagree with that. Because Rob Thompson, remember, he was left off the playoff list last year, and he was actually upset about that.
What's he care about that? Do you think Rob Thompson cares that he was upset last year? Rob Thompson shouldn't care about that. That's not going to influence any decision he makes.
You're probably right about that.
All right,
I would like a
general knowledge question. All right, Ish, this is things named for inventors. So if I say to you, method of telegraph communication is the blank blank. The blank code. Method of telegraph communication.
Morse.
Morse is correct. Oh, look at Ish. He's all excited. He got Morse code. That's the third correct answer. Can you imagine if Ish wins the Who tickets? Ish will go there and go, who?
Yeah. He's got
he'll know the Who?
I'll call him the what?
What do you call the quarterback?
Dwayne Allen?
Dwayne Allen. I hope he's good. Right?
Bad bit after bad bit with that guy.
Things named for inventors, right? This is the inkblot test used by psychologists. It's called the Watt test. Oh, man. It was named after the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to be pissed when I hear this.
You giving up?
Yeah.
The Rorschach test.
Okay, never mind. I'm not as mad.
You didn't know that one?
Nope.
Oh. All right.
I'm sure it's been said to me before, but that's not
Rorschach
one.
test. 610-632-0975. What's that ink plot look like? It looks like a moose head. You're sane. Get out. Mike Missanelli Show continues after this.
Now, a Birds Insider update on 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
1 day away. I'm Ray Dunn with this Birds Insider update. We are 1 day away from preseason football. The Birds getting back out on the field tomorrow night against the Bengals, at least some version of the Birds. Nick Sirianni was non-committal on who will play when he met with the media yesterday. Jalen Hurts was asked about the opportunity to play tomorrow or at all through the preseason and had this to say.
Well, I think anytime I have the opportunity to play, I'd relish in it and take advantage of it. And so if Coach makes that decision, I will.
Well, Coach said the decision was up to both Sirianni and Howie Roseman, so we'll see what they decide. It looks like the Bengals will have their starters out there for a bit. Doesn't seem like the Eagles, given their recent history, will have the starters out there, but still plenty to take away from what's going on at camp. Obviously, the quarterback battle being something that we keep our eyes on between Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, and the new addition to Ja'Cory Bennett. But on top of that, that linebacker position next to Zach Bond to open up the season has a lot of people looking at what Jahad Campbell could be, and Jalen Hurts joined a list of players that have talked about what Campbell brings out there.
He has a presence on the field with his range and how quick he is, how fast he is. He definitely is you can see he's a great football player, and he's just flying around, you know.
Will it be Campbell next up on week 1? We shall see. I'm Ray Dunn with this Birds Insider update on your home for the best Birds coverage. 97.5 The Fanatic, 97.5thefanatic.com.
Who is he?
You ever feel like nothing good was ever gonna happen to you?
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
That's the funny thing that makes me chuckle. Particularly when you play to the standard you win.
I'm embarrassed. Number 5 will always love you.
So much good. You don't know basketball.
Ray just loves it when I'm late.
I really do enjoy it.
I had to get some coffee again. I'm limping still, so.
How you feeling?
A while. I get an MRI next week.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When did you schedule that?
When?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
So I'm taking it that the recovery from Sunday was not exactly
No.
what you wanted.
It's a little better. It's just stiff. It's very stiff. So I know there's something wrong with it.
I'm sorry.
I bet you if I stayed off it for like the next month, it might cure itself. I think it's a slight meniscus tear, which can heal itself, but with no activity.
Right, and that's not an option for you.
And no, because I got to finish the baseball season, and I like to play golf. So,
have you been out golfing since?
I have not. I actually turned down a chance to play golf last Saturday.
Oh no.
Yep.
Good course?
Well, yeah, my course.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Listen, you're Mikey Miss. You get invited to places all around. I don't know where you're playing.
I don't play around very much. But yeah, I was asked, and I got reluctantly because they got a cortisone shot.
Right.
Last Thursday, and so the doctor says to me, he goes, "I'll give you the shot, but I'm not going to give you the shot with your intention to play on Sunday, baseball." I go, "I won't play." And then Saturday rolled around. I got asked to play golf, and I go, "I can't, no," because I was still trying to recover enough to play Sunday baseball. So I wound up, taping it up and putting the sleeve on the knee and playing baseball Sunday. And I survived.
Is this how the doctor's going to find out that you played Sunday?
What? The MRI?
No.
What?
You saying this right now on the air?
Yeah.
I had a bad feeling that was the case.
Yeah, I did not inform him that I played on Sunday.
Oh,
so no, it was fine.
I mean, I don't blame you for any. I'm the same way. So.
I played Sunday. I feel a lot better this week. So it's not like playing Sunday was a setback.
So you just want to know what it is with the MRI. It's not that it's gotten worse. It's just that you want to
prescribed the MRI.
Okay.
The X-rays showed that the knee seemed to be structurally sound.
Well, that's
so
good.
his theory was that I have a slight tear. And slight tear doesn't mean surgery.
No, but it means you getting off your feet.
But sometimes it doesn't.
I would.
That was just rest.
Like to not have you go under the knife again.
No,
we're about to celebrate a year of working together, and I've already seen you go through one. I don't want to see you go through another.
I would not be looking forward to that. I probably would not do that.
Good,
because there were, at that point it would be enough's enough. All these surgeries so I can continue the activity. At this point, I go, I don't need the activity.
So are you kind of looking at the window of your opportunity to win a championship might be closing?
My window is definitely closing. This is the year for the title.
Would you stop playing if you win?
Possibly.
You strike me as a guy that'd be big on the title defense. Like you would be drunk with the idea of winning back-to-back.
No. The title defense would be nothing. There'd be a collective group winning one of them would be good.
All right, fair enough.
All right, let's go to Joe in Point Breeze. Joe, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hi, everybody. How we doing?
Good. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right. I was just wanted to call in and talk platoon here for a second.
Go ahead.
I was mind blown that it worked last night. I don't know about you guys, but I was texting with my friends during the day. I was like, I can't believe we're doing this again. And then, of course, you eat your words immediately.
Well, first of all, Marsh is hot. So you couldn't have been disappointed that they went that way in center, right?
Right. It was
Kepler. It was the Kepler thing.
Kepler.
You wanted to see Harrison Bader.
Right, of course.
Okay, all right.
And so I just couldn't believe it. I was like, part of me was thinking, I got to give Thompson a little credit. I mean, I crap on him all the time with my friends, but it was pretty crazy. And the other thing I just wanted to say real quick was, have you ever seen a more awkward post-game interview than the one with Kepler?
Yeah, Kepler is kind of he's a stranger. He's a strange guy.
It was just kind of like it was like they wanted to ask him, like, man, you've really not been good lately. Like, how does it feel to hit a home run? And
Yeah.
it's just like, it's like, you almost kind of feel like,
Yeah,
and then-
I felt the same way. It was awkward. Well, that's first of all, it's the first time they've had him, right? That's the first interview ever post game.
yeah.
So
But
he may
was
not have had his sea legs as far as the interview goes.
Right. And for those guys that were out there that were booing because they couldn't see Duran, I mean, come on. It's like you say in a win. Like, how many
No,
times
listen,
you go,
man. This is the dynamic now. They've introduced it. Because of the show, they've introduced the show. People are going to be disappointed they didn't see the show. They didn't get their money's worth.
Yeah, those people could stay home. I'm not about that.
No, I think it's perfectly normal. The Phillies introduced this big phenomenon. So when you go to the park, you go, do I get that part of it also? And when you don't get it, you get a little disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Joe, I was rooting for the Orioles to score 2 runs.
Wow, all right.
I really was. Because I wanted to see the show just like everybody else.
Yeah. Just because the show comes in doesn't mean you can boo when they're going.
I don't know. The WWE, listen, the WWE puts on a show all the time. You expect the show. You go there, they don't do the show, you're disappointed.
That's true. That's true. Fair enough.
All right, man. There's a general knowledge question for you.
Okay.
What French phrase, meaning already seen, is commonly used in English? I'll give you a hint. Yogi Berra.
I think that threw me off even more. I have no idea. Sorry.
All right. Sorry about that, Joe. Deja vu. As in, it's deja vu all over again. Said Yogi Berra. 610-632-0975. Break a break. We're rolling into the 1 o'clock hour. Hot! Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Searching for a sweep. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies this afternoon going to play the Orioles, looking for a sweep, their first sweep since the middle of June. This coming after a 5-0 win last night behind homers from Max Kepler and Brandon Marsh. Taijuan Walker tossed 6 scoreless, while the Ryan Kirkering, Matt Strahm, Max Star each gave a shutdown inning out of the bed. And the fans, however, wanted to see Johan Duran last night, and Rob Thompson was asked last night if he considered bringing Duran into the 5-0 game.
No. With the 4-run lead and the 3-batter rule, I'd probably go right to him, because if you don't use him, somebody gets on, you got to get him up. But with 5-run lead, no. I did. They were booing me. That's all right.
Ranger Suarez on the mound as the Phillies go for the sweep this afternoon. We're 1 day away from the Eagles opening up their preseason slate against the Bengals. Cincinnati is expected to have their starters take the field. Nick Sirianni non-committal on who will play. Jalen Hurts said he'd relish a chance to play, but it's up to the coaches, and recent history suggests none of the starters will play. Updates brought to you by both Electrical Workers Local 269 Electrical Training Alliance, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 269. The Electrical Training Alliance can offer a career with no college debt. To learn more, go to IBEW269.com. Also brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for exceptional driving experience, the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic.
have the sound from Max Kepler from last night, and why he was he felt that he admitted that it kind of hurts him when the people are tough on him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's hear. This is what Max Kepler had to say last night.
To be honest, it does get to me. I'm an overthinker. Even before I started playing this game, so I try and analyze, what I did right or wrong in the past, and what's to come in the future, and it takes away from the present. And I have to, remind myself, or have the people that, my support team remind me that I'm in a beautiful place and a beautiful opportunity, and to just enjoy the moment, regardless of, rough patches or not.
All right, which is fair. Okay, I get what he's saying there, but to be honest, it does get to me. I don't know what we're supposed to do about that. Like he almost said it defining. Yeah, it does get to me. Like, in other words, it's unfair. Well, it's not unfair. When an athlete underperforms, especially to the level that he's being paid, he's going to be scrutinized heavily. And when a fan loses faith in a guy's ability, that's eminently fair. That is the business that you chose. So, for fans to be frustrated with his performance, I don't understand why there's anything irregular about that at all. Now, I know a lot of people on the text board gave him a little support, and it was, it's tough for him, blah, blah, blah. Listen, man, you're hitting 200. It's not 240. It's not 245 or 250. It's not anything that we can live with. It's been a classic underachieving for the price type of situation. And you have to expect that people are going to be disgruntled. And the fact is, no one would miss that guy if they released him. Unless he goes on some kind of insane hot streak, he has been a colossal failure here. So I don't know. What is our role supposed to be? What are we supposed to do about it as observers?
Yeah, I don't know what last night does outside of, it's a tough situation for you. I feel for you, but there's not going to be a reason for me to stop. Like, the way I stop criticizing the way you play the game is when you start to play the game well. Like, if last night turns into a hot stretch where he all of a sudden becomes Max Kepler of 2019, great. That's awesome for this team. All of a sudden, this changes the dynamic in a very, very big way. Otherwise, you're going to be criticized for the fact that you don't play well. Like, I feel for you that you're going through a tough time, but your tough time is directly impacting this team's ability to win.
I'll give him credit. He's caught every fly ball. He's tracked down balls in the gap. He's been a good outfielder.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But it's not like you have to hit as a left fielder. Like Stott, I argue with people all the time. You can get away with Stott hitting 240. You can. Now, 220, no. If you hit 240, 245 with the defense that you play, you can get away with that. But as an outfielder who's supposed to have some power and some thump, to hit 200 and really not do anything to contribute to their offense, especially when you see the top of the order, if they're not giving you input, the bottom of the order has to pick you up, and he hasn't contributed to that at all. So there's that. It's 1 o'clock. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. You're listening to it on WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. All right, 610-632-0975 is how you get in. General Knowledge Wednesday. The prize today, 4-pack of tickets to see The Who. That's right. You can see him either August 21st, Thursday at the Wells Fargo Center, or Saturday, August 23rd at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. If that's maybe a vacation week for you down the shore, you go see him at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Tickets for both shows are on sale now. Ticketmaster. The Who, one of the top 5 rock, big rock act of all time. And if you've never seen them, this is a chance. They probably don't have much left.
Yeah, someone commented
they're like
that this
in
was
their
their
70s now, aren't they?
Yeah, someone commented this is like their 5th
farewell tour.
Farewell tour.
Yeah. Well, listen, as long as Daltrey and Townsend are there, you're still seeing classic rock.
How many farewell tours before it's like, all right, you got to be farewell? They're not the only band to do this. It's not an anti-Who thing.
You know what? There's always the lure of money. There's always the lure of money for a rock band. I'm sure they live extravagant lifestyles, and they look around. They go, you know what? I could use a couple more dollars. So let's just do something like we've done all and people forget the fact that we're ancient because we can still move, we can still play, so we're good. Now, normally I don't go for that type of thing.
Well, you're done. You hit a certain age where you're like, yeah, all right, I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, I don't see older acts. I just don't. I don't have any interest. But if you've never seen The Who, this is still a great opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? It's like Bruce. I mean, everybody still flocks to Bruce. He's 75.
Yeah. Well, those people, I mean, they've seen him. I feel like the Bruce crowd.
They're cultish.
Yeah, you've seen Bruce 1,000 times. Like, I feel like if you go to see Bruce for the first time, more than likely you're dragging down the average of everyone else there by a considerable amount. Like, I think the average person at Bruce concert at this point has seen Bruce probably 7 times.
Yeah.
They just travel with them.
Yeah, I don't get the multi-time thing.
Oh, I'm all for a multi-time.
You are?
Like someone
you're
go see
a
him
multi-time thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go see someone multiple times. Especially if they're still putting out music. I want to see the new stuff.
Yeah, well, Bruce isn't.
No. But
The Who isn't.
Billy Joel's not. I saw Billy Joel multiple times.
No,
well, he did put out one.
He's got such a catalog of songs, though. I mean, you can entertain yourself for 3 hours listening to him play old stuff.
Right. And plus, I saw him at Citizens Bank Park, and then I saw him at Madison Square Garden. And Madison Square Garden is his, that's his show.
That must have been a really good concert.
It was a really good concert. I really enjoyed it. A lot of fun. You would have made fun of the seats I was in for sure.
I always feel sorry for Billy Joel and his loss of love. Like, if you see this documentary, you feel sorry for him that he lost so many great loves in his life.
How much of a role did he play? Like, I haven't seen it yet.
Well, he lost. The first one was his muse, who was his manager for a long time, and that ended. And then he goes to Christie, and his drinking ended that one. And then he went to who else did he married another celebrity. He's married to a young wife now, but the third one.
Yeah, because he just had kids.
Yeah, he had 2 kids with this
recently
younger woman. The third one was the celeb too. Who was it?
Was Katie Lee.
Katie Lee, the beautiful, by the way, Katie Lee from the Food Network.
Yes.
And that ended because of the drinking.
Yeah. So he had almost 10-year run with Christy Brinkley, 5-year run with Katie Lee. He's been married now for a decade to Alexis Roderick.
Yeah, his daughter is prominently speaks in this documentary.
Yeah, his daughter performed with him when I was at the concert at Madison Square Garden.
Fantastic voice, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome to see her. It was one of those things where it's like, we got a special guest. And it's like, oh my goodness, who's he bringing out? And it's like, oh, it's cool to see you sing with your daughter. She's got a great voice. But I was like...
I mean, can you imagine that kid? Like, who's your parents? Wow.
Yeah. Billy Joel, Christy Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley's my mom. Yeah. Billy Joel's my dad. It's like, come on.
How do you expect to live up to the expectations that your parents have set?
Well, it's just like what I used to think about Andre Agassi married to Steffi Graf. Like, those kids have no chance. Like, to be a tennis player, like, if you like tennis and you're their sibling, like, you have no chance.
No shot. Absolutely no shot to live up to it.
Unless the genes just take over.
Right. Which you would hope, but, I mean, that's really, really tough era to end up getting to.
All right, let's go back to the text board. Amuse me with some text here, right?
Vince from Longcrest, rooting for the closer to come into a 5-0 game to see the entrance is borderline childish. The more rest, the better to be used when he's really needed.
Let's get real sensible and baseball-oriented here, Vince. The bottom line is there's a new show in town, and people want to see the new show. That's why the Orioles weren't going to threaten to win that game. I was rooting for the Orioles to make it 5-2. And when it was 4-0, I was rooting for them to make it 4-2 so I could see the guy. I got to be honest with you. It's an interesting show. It adds to the whole ambiance of the game that you're watching. It's not a violation. It's still new and fresh. Maybe the more we see it, probably like the 10th time we see it, we won't care about it anymore. But we have to see it at least 10 times, don't you think?
Well, also the people at the ballpark. Like last night, I'm rooting for it because I'm there.
Yeah,
I want to see it happen.
At the ballpark. It's like an extra. It's like the fireworks at the end.
Right.
You want. You're there for the show. You're staying.
I will say I was surprised as it comes to this fan base, the way people piled out.
Well, listen. That game was boring. after what the Phillies did, the Orioles are boring. You knew they weren't going to mount any kind of a comeback threat. So I don't blame people. If they weren't going to see the show, you want to get home early, you're up 5-0. That's a lockdown game. Go ahead. Go. Knock yourself out. Get yourself home.
It just was it was overwhelming the number of people that got up and left.
Now 5-0 to the Mets, different.
Right.
5-0 to the Orioles, you get a pass.
There was just a lot. And the boos were where I was like, all right, guys, come on.
Yeah, well,
Max
it was like
anything.
not a real boo. It was like a,
And Thompson seems to think they were booing him.
Boo. Yeah, they weren't. They were booing the whole situation. That it was a buzz, but they weren't seeing the show that they wanted to see at the end.
Our text board is full of people that were rooting for exactly what we were rooting for.
There you go. 610-632-0975. And you're going to do that. It's a natural phenomenon now to want the Phillies to only be up by 3 going into the 9th. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts.
Everyone. $97.5, the Fanatic. All right, Jose Alvarado was back in town. He apologized. The team seems to support him. That's all good. It'll be really interesting to see how they use Jose Alvarado. I got to think that they will not put him in those high-leverage eighth-inning situations for the time being because they won't have it for the playoffs. I don't think they want to mess it up. I think they've got now a direction on who they want to get out in the eighth inning, and that's a Kerkering-Strom situation. He, at best, gets a couple outs in the seventh.
So I'm really, really torn on this because I've been thinking about this way too much, about how I would deploy him if I was Rob Thompson. And I tend to align with that thinking of you don't have him in the postseason, so I want to get guys used to where I'm going to call on them in the postseason. But if he shows you, and I think right off the bat, you're not putting him in those situations. You just want to see how he comes back throwing. Like
sixth inning.
They liked him in his bullpen session, but it was bullpen session. They say he looks like he's in good shape, but we haven't seen him throw. So right away I went to it. But if you're in a chase for the division, if you're in a chase for seeding, and you feel like he gives you the best chance to get outs, and win a baseball game, don't you kind of owe it to the team to win that game that day?
If it gets later in September, is probably you're desperate enough to do that. And
right.
then you refigure it and you remix it when playoffs start.
Because he's eligible the 19th to come back.
Yeah, but right now, for the time being, I think he's 6-7 guy.
And I think that's right just based on where he is, too, because the first 2 weeks, you just want to see how he's throwing. Like, he could get on the mound and things could implode for him. Then you're like, all right, well, then we don't have to worry about playing him high leverage because he doesn't look like the same pitcher that he was before here.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen to him. I think he'll be some version of what he was. Maybe not as dominant. But if you feel like he gives you the best chance come September to win games, I do think he could run himself back in that high leverage spot just because, again, you got to win. Now, it's nice. You've opened up your biggest lead in, 2 months over the Mets because they fell again last night, and that was beautiful to watch after the game. The Mets losing that game to Cleveland. Now they've dropped, I think, 3 in a row. And the Phillies have won 3 in a row for the first time in almost 2 months.
Yeah,
which is absurd.
All right, explain to me what part of my take is. What is that?
It's a podcast on Barstool.
That's a part. Okay, that's why I don't know it.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the biggest sports podcast going.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize, but those type of things don't rock me. But anyway, I don't even know who these two dudes are that had Saquon Barkley on. But Saquon said that he was saved by the situation in New York where they had the where Joe Shane said what he said. Can you explain what he's trying to say here?
He said he was saved by the clip going viral, which I guess is him saying that he's happy that people saw the negotiation process and saw what went on between the two of them.
The Hard Knocks clip, yeah.
Right, which I understand being saved by that clip in the sense of you want people to know what happened. Mm-hmm. But should he care as much about what Giants fans think about him after he gets here?
No, I think he needs to drop it. But the one thing, he does talk about the organization here. And he says, the thing I've learned about coming here, I mean, with the Eagles, I wanted to be a Hall of Fame type of player. This organization is outstanding. From top to bottom, the type of people that they have, like every section you can think of, whether it's coaches, staff, or the training room, they're just unbelievable people. It's cool winning the Super Bowl and breaking records, but to be able to have myself attached to this organization means even more. Now, that's lofty praise, man.
Yeah, it's certainly lofty praise. It's just really interesting to see that, like, the constant flirtation back with, like, the New York fans. Like, you're not there anymore.
You're right, but that still was a major part of his existence. So to get it all out of his system, I guess he's got to keep saying about it. So he was asked about his relationship with the Bills' favorite general manager, by the way, Joe Shane. Barkley made it clear there aren't any hard feelings between them, and he had nothing but nice things to say about his former organization. He says, it's funny because you would think from social media that there's this big beef with me, Joe Shane, the Giants. In reality, I still talk to them here and there. I got to see all of them before the game last year to end the season where I didn't end up playing. They were super happy for me rushing for 2,000 yards the week prior. It's a business. The NFL is a weird business, obviously. I'm not a fan of that side of it when it comes to the money side, but those guys were a big reason why I was able to get back. All right. He says, I'm kind of happy it saved me because people thought that I just left. You know what I mean? You have fans that are blinded by it, and they say, oh, he just left. But you got to see that, yes, we had a negotiation process the year before, but that year they gave me the opportunity to hit the open market, which was the right thing to do by the Giants. A lot of people don't talk about that. So he's all fuzzy with them.
And it's fine to be fuzzy with him. It's just weird to me that he feels saved by that clip. I don't know. I feel like the way that
he feels saved in the extent that Giants fans can't hate him. Like, it's like when Jason Worth came here and he got booed, right?
Yeah.
He left the Phillies. But, there wasn't, they didn't know that the Phillies did negotiate with him. They just couldn't meet that price.
I guess that's a good example to counter the way I'm thinking here. Like maybe 15 years has passed, and now I'm thinking that so many people are just on the player's side of this thing that I would be surprised if I was a Giants fan, having watched the franchise tag, having watched the way that franchise has been run. I think if I was up there in New York and we were doing this show, I would be mad with the Giants organization the day Saquon left. Like what was it, Tiki Barber that was like, he's dead to me. Like, I don't think I could ever take that take on him.
And that's the thing. The fact that there was that impression he's dead to me That's what he's saying saved him. Saquon is a guy who I don't think likes to be disliked.
No.
So he realized that there were a semblance of Giants fans that disliked him and saw him as a greedy person who took a better offer with the rival, right? So when this thing came out, it's like, well, we blew it. We had a chance to keep him, and we blew it. And I think that gave him a little comfort.
Yeah, I guess it did. I just don't understand. Maybe it's just a desire to be liked. And I guess I can empathize with that desire for people to like you, and you don't want people to not like you. But when it comes down to caring so much about what the Giants fans had to say about him, to feel saved by that clip, I don't know. I feel like if you're a Giants fan, wouldn't you realize that you guys have been poorly run for a while? There's a reason why you've been down the dumps now for like a decade.
I'm sure they feel that. But again, it's like fans choose to look at players as the villain if they leave them. It doesn't matter how bad the organization is or what the organization has done to muck up that whole thing. It's like a player was disloyal to my Giants. And then when it comes out that he really wasn't disloyal, that makes Saquon feel better, probably makes Giants fans be able to move on.
Oh.
And re-hate their organization.
Yeah. I just think my default response to that Saquon situation would have been, wow, this Giants organization sucks, huh? Not, oh, thank goodness I was saved by the public opinion that I was getting crushed.
I hear you, but again, saved meaning he doesn't have to deal with the angst. And I feel like that people still like me. That was important to him. And the last thing he says is this. It's the best thing that ever happened to me coming here. I'm in Philly. I'm with Howie. I'm with Big Dom and all these guys.
Well, believe it or not, a Barstool podcast is all over the Big Dom story.
Of course. He's with Howie and he's with Big Dom. He's not with Nick. Howie, Big Dom.
So I'm not doing a good enough job.
Not now with Jalen. I'm with Howie and Big Dom. Big Dom. I got man, this dude. I salute to you, brother. You have made yourself a national star.
Have we gotten the socks yet? Has anyone gotten the socks?
No, of course not.
I want the socks, man.
Colarulo wants everything for himself. See, Colarulo is one of those type of guys. Like, once you step out of the foxhole, he borders it up. Like, now it's his own foxhole.
Yeah.
Coach, it's me, Bill. 610-632-0975. We're back after this.
Now, on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Searching for the sweep. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Phillies looking for the sweep this afternoon against the Orioles. Ranger Suarez taking the mound. No score between the two sides. The Phillies coming off a 5-0 win last night after home runs from Max Kepler and Brandon Marsh in the game. Taijuan Walker tossing 6 scoreless innings. Ryan Kirkring, Matt Strahm, Max Star each gave a shutdown inning out of the pen. The fans, however, wanted to see Johan Duran last night, and Rob Thompson was asked post-game if he considered bringing Duran into that 5-0 game.
No. With the 4-run lead and the 3-batter rule, I'd probably go right to him because if you don't use him, somebody gets on, you got to get him up. But with 5-run lead, I did. They were booming. That's all right.
Looking across the sports complex, one day away from the Eagles opening up their preseason slate against the Bengals. Cincinnati is expected to have their starters take the field. Nick Sirianni non-committal on who would play. Jalen Hurts said he'd relish a chance to play, but it's up to the coaches. And recent history would suggest the starters will not play in that game. This update is brought to you by AAA Tire and Auto Service. Visit your local AAA Tire and Auto Service location. Save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. This offer valid August 1st through August 30th. See store for complete details. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the best birds coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
124, Mike Missanelli Show. 610-632-0975. Bang! All right. We'll get back to our text board, but also, this got a text from Dawood. I wanted to talk about Dawood also today because Dawood, we're going to accumulate the price tag that Dawood spent to take his family to the Phillies game. That's coming up. But he texted the following to me. Mike Miss 25. Mike, I completely disagree with the premise of you saying Bill Colarulo stole an idea from your show. Simply because when you have such a tree, said peers are allowed to leave with knowledge of the offense. So it's a tribute.
Yeah, it's good perspective on that from Dawood.
So the tree yielded the fruit. And so he took some of the fruit.
And such, What Movie Wednesday was born.
That's correct. What Movie Wednesday?
Coming up, 2 o'clock.
But he did it on the same day. I mean, come on.
Well,
at least pick a different day.
He took the playbook and he went right to the photocopier.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, let's get back to the text board, and then I'm going to tell you how much it cost to Wood, and everybody will relate to this story. Okay, I'm assuming this is a family of 4.
Believe so.
Okay.
I would check in with the exact number of family members that he had at the game last night.
All right, we got some text on Saquon. We got some text on Duran.
All right, we'll start with some Saquon conversation here. Terrence from Wilmington. Mike, I'll give you a prime example in commenting about Saquon and feeling vindicated with Giants fans. You know, there's still a segment of Eagles fans who don't realize that Reggie White left because he didn't get a contract offered to him, and there are still people that believe Reggie White left for money. An argument with a guy who, after me telling him that he wasn't going to sign him, that he thought Reggie White still should have come here for free. People are clueless.
Yeah, but see, nobody blamed Reggie then because of their owner, because he was universally despised by the fan base. Norman Brayman was despised. And one of the things he said, Reggie was a minister, and maybe he overused God references, but Norman Brayman said, and then he gives us that crap with God. Now, that's not what you say. You become just a hated, villainous man when you say something like that. So nobody, at the end of the day, I don't think many people blame Reggie at all for going to Green Bay. They had plenty of opportunity to bring him back. In fact, I was part of a radio gig called Rally for Reggie. It was done probably because before you were born, right? Rally for Reggie was a rally at City Hall that brought out thousands of Eagle fans to rally for the Eagles to keep him.
And?
It didn't work. I don't think Norman Brayman paid much attention to it.
No, you don't think he paid much attention to it? Probably paid attention to it. He was just annoyed by it.
No, he totally. Who cares? Who cares? These people at Rally for Reggie. I'm a businessman, and I'm not going to pay him this. And he's talking about God. And at the end of the day, he thought Reggie was going to limp back to him. And Reggie goes, "No, I got suitors out here."
Yeah. Why wouldn't you pay Reggie
He also
White?
said God told him to go to Green Bay, which a lot of people rolled their eyes at. But, I don't think God's a Packer fan.
Yeah, I mean, God tells me to go to Green Bay. I'm like, all right, I'm definitely getting eternal life with this one because Green Bay is not somewhere I want to go.
See, I would have said, but God, it's cold there.
Yeah. God, you sure?
Yeah.
You sure the Chargers don't want me?
God, it must be nice up where you are, but it's kind of freezing at Lambeau.
The Chargers looking for me. Right. Maybe the Dolphins.
Exactly. All right. So Dawood, one of our great listeners, and he texts and stays in touch with us a lot. He said it cost him. Let me see if I can do the math on this. I think I already did the math. But in any event, it cost him about $575 to go to the Phillies game.
Yeah.
All right, let's tally it up here. $378 for tickets. So I guess tickets are $95?
That way,
round surcharge, around 90, 95?
Yeah.
$25 for parking and $170 for food, which would average like $35 a person. Which is when you talk about $18 crab fry and a drink, that's what it's going to cost you. $35 a person. At the bare minimum.
Sounds right to me.
If you get a beverage and a cheesesteak is going to cost, and fry, it's going to cost you $50. $573. And I sit here and I plead and beg for the people who are the business people who run those concessions, the overseer, whoever it is, for the love of God. That's too much money for a family to pay. Can you give them a little bit of a break on the concessions? I understand ticket prices are never going to go down. I understand parking is going to go up. But please, you can't justify $22, $23 for a cheesesteak, $18 for crab fries, $15 for a beer. Give the people a break. I implore you. Deaf ears. Fall on deaf ears. Not enough people go down there. You know what? It's a lot of money, but I guess I got to pay it. It just beats you down, man.
I was going to say, Dawood was sitting opposite side of where I was, 200 level.
He was in the 200 level?
So I think it has to be more than family forfeit tickets then.
378 in the 200 level.
Unless he got upcharged secondary market. Secondary market could have gotten him, but I would think it had to be more.
I need more information. How many people was that?
As I'm going through this, I'm trying to look through ticket prices of comparable games coming up, and that's a lot of money.
Secondary market prices?
Maybe. I mean, because I think where he would be usually would be high 50s to $60 ticket. So we'll figure that one out. But yeah, he sent me that message. I was, whoa, a lot of money. 170. I got my one thing last night. I didn't even get a beer at the game last night.
You did not get it? What?
Yeah, I know.
You did not get a beer?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Be honest with you. I didn't really want to get up. I didn't really want to stand up and move once I got there. I got my Italian sausage, pepper onion sandwich and went and sat in my seat, and I was like, I don't really feel like moving. Now, I will say there was a stop at Xfinity postgame, and there was a beer or two consumed there. But overall, I didn't. I think it was after the conversation. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't really want to spend $17 on a beer.
It hurts.
I'll spend $17 on two afterwards.
It hurts to think of it. Like, how big are those beers that cost like $18? They're 20 ounces? Is that what they are?
Yeah, 24 ounce, I think.
All right. How much do you think Penn State tickets are for Oregon?
Oh, they're absurd.
Are they?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let's go to it. In case you're going for the whiteout. What are the tickets here? These are secondary market tickets. Okay. Row 70 in section SAU. Where is SAU? That's second level end zone. They would be 401. That's not bad. 401.31. Is that expensive?
Yes.
That ticket? It is?
Second level?
For Oregon?
$400?
That's Oregon.
I get it. I'm not paying $400 though.
$400 for the upper level behind the end zone. I actually don't think that's bad.
Yeah, I'll watch on TV.
I would not go up for that one because I don't have a place to stay up there.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. People are crushing right now with because I'm friends with a ton of Penn State grads, and a lot of them interested in going to that whiteout game, and a lot of them are telling me that it's not so much the fact they don't want to pay for the ticket, which it's a little much for them, but it's the Airbnb, the hotel. You can't get anywhere to stay.
No, you can't.
And
it's
they
impossible.
charge you an absurd amount with night minimums. You know, you can't just do the one night stay up there. You got to do 2 nights.
Yeah, you do.
And they get you for that second night because the price is already gouged for the one night.
And that's about a $2,000 bill for the hotel, 2 nights.
And it's like, what, are we going to have 6 people bunk up in one room?
See, I don't know. I know a lot of people, but I don't know anybody that has that supersonic bus-type SUV that would invite me to spend the weekend there with them. I don't know anybody. Nobody has ever reached out to me. You know, Mike, would you want to come out on our bus and hang out?
Well, that's what I used to do. My best friend's dad had the RV.
Yeah.
We slept in the RV. That was the big to-do.
You know, we did that once. I used to rent RVs, And the classic one was it was me, our good pal Anthony.
Really?
Tootie from Goodfellas, who was a buddy of mine, and two of Anthony's friends.
Wow, that's a crew.
Five.
that's a weekend.
5 people in an SUV.
Oh my goodness!
Sleeping in an SUV. By the way, it was a classic weekend.
Oh my gosh!
Now this is Penn State, Miami, so we're all gacked up for it, right? And this is when they had Clinton Portis, Jeremy Shockey. I forget who the quarterback was. Miami goes up 35-0 at halftime. We were out. We actually left the stadium.
And where'd you go?
We went drinking.
I was going to say, don't tell me that was the end.
No, we went downtown to start popping.
That's great.
That was the end of that. 610-632-0975. I guess the general knowledge is over for today. We have 3 correct answers, and it looks like, Ray, you're going to be defeated.
Yeah, I think the audience just wanted to kneel down here. They were like, you know what, we're just going to – we took our loss last week, and we want to get a win this week.
The audience wanted to kneel down, and besides that, the Phillies are wrong. Mike Missanelli Show right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
We want to hear from you, so text us at 610
Fanatic. The Dodgers win yesterday. I guess they did because the standings are now set for the playoffs as we speak. We can update this every day. The Milwaukee Brewers, I mean, they just keep winning. They have 69 wins. They are the number one seed. The Dodgers with 66 wins, one better than the Phillies, are the second seed. So they get the byes for right now. Your Philadelphia Phillies would be the third seed as we speak right now. The fourth seed would be the Chicago Cubs. The fifth seed would be the New York Mets. And the tie. There's a tie. The Mets and the Padres are tied for the fifth slot. And those are going to be your playoff teams. So as we stand right now, Phillies neither Mets or Padres. Who would you like to see them face in that first round? Mets or Padres? If they hold on to that third spot.
Padres.
You would like to see them play the Padres rather than the Mets. Interesting. You think the Mets are better or lesser than the Padres? Or better than the Padres?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I do. As much as I've talked about that Padres bullpen, I think the Mets have a solid bullpen themselves, and the top of that lineup for the Mets has had more success, in my mind, against this Phillies pitching staff than that Padres team has.
All right.
I don't know if the numbers actually back that up, but that's right off the cuff. If you give me one of those two, it feels like the Mets top of their orders had more success.
All right, let's predict that. Phillies, Padres, first round.
I'll take the Phils.
Take the Phils to survive, which puts them against those always tough Los Angeles Dodgers. How you feel about that?
Yeah, it's not great. Any time you're going into a series against them, you're not going to feel good. So, I mean, that's the reality of where you're at right now. You'd love to be able to climb to one of those top two spots.
You got the Cubs and the Mets. Who do you like there?
Between those two teams?
Yeah. In a series.
Take the Mets.
You're going to take the Mets, even though they have to go to Chicago.
Yeah, I'll take the Mets.
All right. So the Mets would survive, and they would play the Brewers. So Phil's Dodgers, Mets Brewers. Let's play it all out. Who you got?
Brewers Dodgers.
You got who?
Brewers Dodgers.
Brewers Dodgers.
Brewers exact revenge on the Mets for last year.
You're saying the Phils would fall short in that situation against the Dodgers.
I just don't know how healthy the Dodgers are going to be at that point. So, like, if we get to the end of September and we end up seeing Phillies Dodgers and the Dodgers aren't healthy, I'm like, all right, well, maybe. There you go.
Uh-huh.
I mean, maybe they do fall apart late. Still hard to take them beating the Dodgers.
Okay. In the American League, very interesting because it's anybody's game in the American League. I have no idea how to even predict this, but it's the Red Sox are firmly entrenched in there. I would have never thought that in a million years. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Red Sox are atop that division, and so it would roll like this. It would go. It's Mariners and Texas. So it would go the first two seeds, Jays, Tigers, then Astros, Red Sox, Mariners, Rangers. Isn't that weird?
Oh, it's strange. It's very strange.
The whole American League is strange.
The whole American League has been flipped to what you would expect, and it's basically because that Yankees team has slowly shown.
Oh, actually, the Yankees would be ahead of the Rangers right now by half a game. Yankees would get the 6th seed. Wow.
It's amazing the way they fall.
Yeah, they're in danger of losing the playoffs. But can you imagine if that team does not make the playoffs? Aaron Boone's gone.
Yeah, for sure. Boone is doing some sort of work on television by this time next year.
He'll be back.
If that's the case.
He'll be back. All the ESPN people that he shunned for being a manager and not talking to him.
Well, that's the funny. He is not. He seems like he's annoyed every time he speaks to everyone.
Yeah, he's not a very happy man.
Does not appear to be.
Aaron Boone.
I mean, I can't blame him right now with the way they're playing for not being a happy man. But to be the Yankees manager, you need some sort of demeanor to deal with that. And I guess right now, I think his patience has run thin on that.
All right, let's go back to our text board and hear what the people are saying. Did we hear from Dawood yet? Was that a family out?
I don't know what happened to Dawood.
Dawood, you give me, how many people was this that you paid $570? $73.
It was a family of 3.
A family of 3?
He got the tickets off of
so it's 4 people.
Site for his wife's birthday back in July. They were $115 apiece plus parking.
Oh. $115 apiece. So was he and his wife and 2 children?
No, family of 3.
Family.
One
child.
One child.
One child. What, 3 people?
Yeah.
$573. And I sit here and I beg and plead for the concessions. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's insane.
For a game, one game.
That's insane. I mean, that's
Can
there's
we
no other way to
mount
go
some
about
kind
it.
of campaign? Like, who do we have to get involved in this where they would lower concession prices a little bit? Who would be in charge of that? Would that be the Phillies brass?
Has to be someone in that regard, right? Like,
How much say do they have over the concessions? How can they regulate? Can they offer regulated prices?
well, I imagine they and both Aramark want to make a profit. So both are probably charging you to ensure that their ends end up.
Oh man,
making.
I just hate to see this because it's going.
Oh, yeah.
It's only going to get worse. Come on, man, you can't pay $18 for crab fries, Pete. I love you. The crab fries are good. It's a good item, but $18 for a cup. Now it's a large cup.
It's a big cup.
What else is on the text board?
We got a lot of people that want to talk about the Duran entrance.
Yes.
So, Jeff from Mount Laurel, I was there with my 3-year-old last night. We were actively rooting for the game to stay close. Leave it to Phillies fans to constantly complain about our team not being good enough to win a World Series. And here I am rooting for the game to stay close so I could see a splinker and a light show. We are a special breed.
Bittersweet that the Phillies had some offense last night. It really is ridiculous. Like 4-0 is the worst kind of torture you could have. It's 4-0. There's no save situation. The Orioles score a run. One run is all I'm asking. Home runs, do something.
Now, however, on the YouTube chat, Andrew Ellis, if you're rooting for the opposing teams to score runs just so you can see a light show, then you're just a horrible fan.
I got to be honest with you. I was doing it, bro. I'm sorry. I was doing it. They have teased us with a show at the end. It's not a light show as much as it is a phenomenon. It's one of your players that is exciting an entire crowd of 43,000 people. That's special. They created it. Not me. They created that show. Now we all want to see it on a regular basis. And we're rooting for it every night to see it. We don't care if the Phillies blow out a team anymore, do we?
I mean, once I see it in person, I'm a selfish man.
We hate the fact that the Phillies are behind in a game, and we're now hating the fact that the Phillies are up by 4 or more. It's ridiculous.
It's truly incredible to see how it's happened here. We got another person, though. You guys sound like you want this guy to pitch 81 games. Just enjoy the win.
Yeah. I get it. I get it, fella. I understand. We're enjoying the win. It's not like we walked away bitter, okay? But we still have intrigue. And the intrigue is, will we go to a game and see this show in addition to seeing a win? That's like the perfect night at this point.
We also had some people chiming in on the Max Kepler conversation.
Uh-huh.
Dean from Hershey here. As far as Max Kepler goes, I root for him every at-bat. As someone who played the game and coached the game a long time, there's nothing worse than being in a slump. As far as his complaints about playing time go, he was told when he signed that he'd be an everyday player, and he was for most of his career. It's hard to make the adjustments, and that's what he was pointing out. As far as the tarantula goes, we will have plenty of opportunities to see him before the season is over. This fan hate for Kepler blows me away. Look at his hard hit rate. He was also robbed of 2 homers this year. He had a double and a homer last night, and people are annoyed that he was in the lineup.
That's not good too far, okay? The bottom line is the guy's not in a slump. He's been all season mediocre to lower mediocre player. It's not a slump. He's in 200. It's a season slump. It's like he can't hit anymore. Now again, he hit the ball hard last night, but you can't hit 200 and expect that you're going to say, well, he was brought here to be a full-time. He would have been a full-time player had he hit. It's like he caused the platoon situation. Nobody else.
Also, we want to start with the Max Kepler conversation right now. This season, if he were to finish playing out this season, he's still on pace for the amount of plate appearance he would usually get in any other season of his career. Okay. His playing time has not been victimized to the point where
Minnesota started playing him that way because they realized he had lost a little something. The last year he had that was a golden year was what, 2018?
2019 was the year he hit 36 homers.
36 homers, 2019. That's 6 years ago. Since then, he's scuffled. So it's not a slump. It's what he is. And unless he can have some kind of a miraculous resurgence, the Phillies are going to probably have to bring up Justin Crawford.
And I always love this. I'm rooting for him every at bat. As if yesterday when he hits the home run, I'm in the stands like, boo!
Yeah. You want him to get.
I didn't want him in the lineup.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to be sitting
We
there.
don't want him
happy
to
for
make an out. He makes the outs.
We just react to the outs being made.
We react to the outs. He makes the outs.
I laughed when he homered last night. I was like, of course. Like, good for him. I'm happy for him. That's
Yeah. And it wasn't exactly a colossal home run. It was in the first row, but it's okay. First row home run counts just as much.
That was also the Marsh one. Because the Marsh one, I was like, hit the wall, hit the wall, hit the wall, hit the wall.
Speaking of Marsh, let me hear him again with the. We know Brandon Marsh earlier. We talked about Kepler. He's probably close to Kepler because they play next to each other, and you have a kinship with the guy you play next to, right? Like a shortstop and a third baseman. So he said earlier this year that he was a unit because he had worked out in the offseason with him, and I'm sure in the workouts he was mashing balls because he's a big, strong kid. So last night, this is what he says about how whether the booing or whether the negative attention was affecting Max, and here's what Brandon Marsh said.
I don't believe it weighed on him. He's a professional. He knows what comes with the job, and he handled it well. He's handling it well. Like I said, Kep's a gangster. He's a gamer. Anytime he's out there, we know we got a good chance. So, got to keep believing in 1-7. He's a hell of a player.
Anytime he's on third, did he say?
Anytime he's out there.
Oh, anytime he's out there, he's a gamer. Okay. Yeah, all right, Brandon, I know you're sticking up for your teammate, but he's a gangster? Wasn't it weird? Oh, you were at the game last night. Because I have really never seen him wet his hair. But the camera had him last night with the bottle of water wetting his hair in the dugout. I thought he went like in the tunnel to do something like that.
No, just right out there.
You've seen that before?
Yeah. So lets everyone know. I'm surprised he put water bottle instead of cup.
Usually goes cup?
Yeah, I think the videos I've seen him do is throwing the cup over the top of the water.
You find that very odd.
What do you mean, the wetting the hair?
The wetting the hair. To play with wet hair. Like, isn't that a little odd?
I mean, it cools you off.
It cools you off? You're walking around with wet, scraggly hair. You're playing a baseball game with wet hair. I think that would throw you off?
Is that the weirdest thing about Brandon Marsh?
It's pretty weird.
Seems like a weird guy.
Yeah, he seems like...
kind of fits the whole aesthetic here.
Yeah, he seems like he's a little daffy, but like playing with wet hair. Like, I can imagine, like, I wet my hair, I go out and I play, and I would feel the wet hair. You know?
I got softball tonight. I can let you know how it goes.
What, you're gonna wet your hair?
No.
You're not?
No.
All right.
I don't need a
gimmick.
gimmick.
Bill Colarulo, Ricky Italico, and Silvana next. It's called Unfiltered, and they do some kind of movie thing today. What is that again, Ray?
What Movie Wednesday?
What Movie Wednesday? So how do they do that?
I believe they play a clip from the movie.
They play a clip.
And then you got to text in the right answer.
Oh, all right. Well, stay tuned for that. It's Unfiltered coming up next. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great rest of the night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.